Boom. We're recording.
Dude, my freaking
Hello,
nose
hello.
feels like poo-poo.
Dude, there are people who just come into my chat because I have OBS open and they're just like, hey, when does the live start? Like I
Well,
don't
dude,
I
are you
don't
going-
stream
Really?
I don't stream on the weekends. And if I do, they're unannounced, they're like surprise streams.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sure that happens in my chat too, dude, because people will go to my Discord and they're like, so when stream? And it'll be like a Sunday. And I'm like, dude, like, go relax with your family or something, bro. Like, because my schedule is basically the same as yours, except like I stream earlier. And I
Yeah.
think I stream for a little bit less time, usually. So like I don't get it. Like you'd think they'd get the pattern, but I guess it's because people are new, so they don't really know everything. But
Yeah,
maybe
That
I
could be
should
it.
make my schedule a little bit more obvious. But
I'm
dude,
thinking
dude,
about I think I'm gonna keep the 5 hour schedule. I feel like 5 hours is the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Like that's the longest I can go before I start to feel like, damn, I've been streaming for a little while.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about especially maybe June 1st, I'll start doing that. I'm thinking about pushing it back an hour because I feel like my streams are doing better towards the end now because people are getting out of school and they're like, or people are out of school, so they get up later and stuff.
wait, what do you
Yeah.
mean pushing it back an hour? Do you mean like pushing?
Like
it
I
back
would
to, like,
start
2
at
o'clock
like
instead of 1?
yeah, I would start at 2 Pacific and I would end at 7 Pacific, so it'd be done at 8 o'clock my time. But then I don't start till 3, so it gives me a lot of time in the morning to get everything done. You know,
Well, 'cause
dude, sorry, go ahead.
What I usually do is I try and start like 2 or 3 hours before you do, because usually I end the stream by playing with you and then I get off, right? And so one of the things I have an issue with is I'm like sitting there for like an hour or two, just like, okay, well, I'm gonna just make sure TikTok's doing okay and I'll like post them and stuff like that. And then I'm like, I'm getting kind of bored. Like,
Watch
I
some
need to actually
YouTube
do
or something.
Yeah, but like I think the way my brain works is like I'm like, okay, I want to get everything out of the way in the morning and like in the afternoon or whatever, and then the rest of my day is just like chill out.
I think you need to turn yourself up, Chris. You're like way quieter than Genie.
What about now?
I mean, I gotta hear you talk, or see you.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay.
Cool.
But Genie and I played some Apex Legends yesterday, and god damn, we had a blast, dude. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I want to do it again right after this.
For
if you're
sure.
down. Okay.
Yeah, I might hop in for a game or two. And the next thing you know, it's freaking 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, damn, I was supposed to go to the gym. I got a YouTube video to edit. I gotta get that podcast ready. Cause I it's an hour and a half, so it wouldn't take long to render. But yeah, I did the podcast with Parker from Luxury Life, and that dude is super down to earth, you know.
That's awesome.
And he hasn't done too many like podcasts or interviews, kind of keeps to himself, so he was kind of excited to do something like that. So it was a really interesting conversation.
Those are the best guys, the people who in the industry, especially like because he's in LA, right?
No, he's in New York, Buffalo, New York.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I thought he was LA.
No, and I asked him too. I asked him if it was like a production company that he was a part of or what, and he's like, no, it's literally just like he turned it into a business, you know, same way I turned this into a business, but he does everything, him and Chester. They've tried to outsource before, but he said that he was never as happy with the finished product. Like he felt like it kind of, there's too many like people trying to figure out one vision, you know, and it kind of like distracted from it. Whereas, you know, if him and Chester do it together like they have since like high school, it just seems like it, you know, turns out better. And he's like, well, we're perfectionists. And I was like, I could tell.
So cool. Yeah. You have to be a perfectionist.
Yeah. But no, one of the things he said to me really, really like a light bulb went off in my head. Because I asked him, or I had said, you know, he started out with like a prank channel where they like, it was, I guess, you know, like they pretended to catch like cheaters, you know, it was like to catch a cheater kind of, but it was the same kind of like goofy, like acting, and, you know, like they act like it's serious, but it's not, you know. But then all those channels stopped monetizing them because like it was like you're faking like something that's, you know, inappropriate, you know, like people trying to hook up with underage people and stuff, or like, you know, just all kinds of stuff, weird stuff, you know. And so he had to kind of like start over, and he said his mindset was just like, you know, how can what can I provide that like nobody else is on YouTube? And I mean, I've yet to find anybody on YouTube who does the videos with that perfect balance of creepy, but a little tiny bit of cringe, not enough to like be like, oh come on, you know, like it's funny, like it's purposely funny, and they do try to be funny. He was like, yeah, you know, we little jokes, like we were watching, and I even told him, because we watched one of the old ones when they were like in college. It was like a dorm room they filmed in, and it was like a haunted doll, and he's like, yeah, that was one that we just got out real quick because like we needed to, you know. And it's like a 7-minute video, super quick, nothing crazy, but it still holds up, you know. Like they just, the way they do it, but it's just little jokes. Like Chester was mad, the guy with the sunglasses. He was mad because he was like, you put the doll in my bed while I was sleeping or whatever. He's like, no, I didn't, dude, you know. And he's like, all right, whatever, dude. And he like walks away and he's like, you're just like your dad. And like, it's stuff like that, dude, bro. Like, it freaking cracks me up. Or like there was a luxury alive video where the lady is like all creepy and she has a doll in like a stroller, like a baby doll, and like they talk to her and everything, like, okay, well, we're gonna go set up some cameras, and then they go into like the back hall and he's like, dude, that doll looks just like you. And he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean that doll looks like me? Like just goofy stuff, dude. Like I can't wait, man. He said it, damn, he said it takes like 200 hours of editing or something like that per video. That's a lot of editing, but he likes editing.
I believe it.
But
yeah,
there's definitely a difference between editing like a G Fuel review and editing something like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I would be way more excited to edit something of that short film type scale, you know?
Yeah. It's very satisfying, especially when you have like a platform that's like as big as that, and you know it's like it's gonna get seen super like so widely. God, it's just like,
because that's the thing that sucks is like a lot of people are just afraid to put in that much effort and then have it not be seen by very many people. You know, but you kind of have to do that in order for people to start watching it, you know. And I think that's that barrier that people don't get over. Most people are just too lazy, you know. I'm too lazy to go make a video right now that's that extravagant, you know. Like I don't have the time or energy right now. I've just got so much going on.
I totally feel you. It's the same thing. It takes a lot of work to get everyone together and like do all that, but
yeah, he's a really cool dude.
I was watching this this video that came up in my recommended. There was like this really, it kind of goes to what you're saying. Like this guy was essentially, this successful writer was feeling a little weird because despite him having multiple successes and being like, you know, okay financially and creatively and stuff, he still feels like he wasn't doing what he wanted of sorts. Like he hadn't done that big project that he wanted to do that like has his whole heart and soul into it. And he said his manager gave him this advice that was like very simple, and it kind of was like, it was like, why haven't I thought about this all along? And I felt the same thing when I heard it. It's, don't let your career define your happiness. Let your happiness define your career. As in, whatever that little thing is that make you happy. In that guy's case, it's, you know, just doing it with Chester and only Chester, or, you know, whatever his go-to crew is, instead of outsourcing. Like that's
but
kind of what makes the product.
The thing that blew my mind is that he doesn't watch, he said he like doesn't watch any scary movies or anything. Like he
really?
He doesn't like watching TV and stuff because he stares at a screen all day. You know, like the last thing he wants to do is go lay down and stare at another screen. So he said what he does with like when he relaxes is he reads like science fiction type books and stuff.
Wow.
So we should talk about the streaming wars, because you know there's all these streaming platforms. My wife and I both got new phones because both of our phones were like 3 or 4 years old, right? So it was like, all right, you know, we're filming TikToks all day, might as well have a nice camera, you know. So we got the new phones, and what came with those phones was you get Apple TV free for a year, and then you can give it to like 3 friends or family members too for a year for free. But unless you can only watch it on your phone or your iPad, or you have to get an Apple TV, right? There's no app that you can download like Disney Plus or anything like that. So that's really where they're shooting themselves in the foot. But I went and got I went and bought an Apple TV because I was like, screw it. There's some shows on there that I want to watch. We started watching For All Mankind, which I don't know if you guys have heard about that one, but it's like what would happen if the space race like. So it starts out, and everybody's watching the TVs. You know, it's like that famous like you see all the famous videos of when they had Neil Armstrong take his first step and everything. So like everybody's watching the TVs. You know, like one guy's at a bar. You know, all this everywhere. Everybody's focused on the TV, and then the guy comes down from the lunar lander and he walks up, starts speaking Russian. And then he plants a Russian flag. And so everybody's just like, damn, dude, they beat us, you know? Like it goes from being like, you know, that huge nostalgic moment, like the music's all like hyped up and everything. And then it just turns to like the whole country is just like, dude, they beat us, bro. And you know, like what, and they still send so I don't know, have you guys seen First Man?
You know, one sec, sorry.
Yeah. So have you guys seen First Man?
What is that?
It's Ryan Gosling playing Neil Armstrong. Yep. It's the same guy who directed Whiplash.
And La La Land.
Yeah, and La La Land, yeah. Wait.
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, he directed La La Land. La La Land's great too, man. That's a depressing movie though.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
I mean, not depressing. It's just it's not your like usual love story type movie.
Yeah. It's just love stuff. That's all it is. Romance.
Yeah, but anyways, First Man really like just shows how much Neil Armstrong went through. Like I think his daughter had cancer and she passed from it, and so like there's just a lot to do with that and like the home life, and it really made me think to myself, I was like, I never want to go to space. Like I never want to go to space. Like they're like riding up and everything's rattling. It sounds like the whole thing's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, but you gotta remember
those moments were crazy. The leading up into the moon.
That's the thing. So you gotta understand that for starters, those first missions were in the 60s. Actually, they were almost in the 70s, but for the most part, they were in the 60s. Okay, and that's 50 years. Well, a little over 40, I would say, but that's a pretty big leap in technology, and they're basically jerry rigging those rockets, dude. Like
I know
they didn't know how that crap worked.
Like I would not feel safe in that thing, and they didn't look safe either. The way like they looked like they were scared as hell, you know. But basically, what I was gonna say is that that movie also showed how close they were to not landing on the moon. Like they got to the point they almost didn't land because they were like parameters are out of whack and stuff like that. But they ended up just, you know, he's like, no, I'm gonna land this thing, and so Neil lands it. But in this show. And this is just the pilot episode, so I don't know where the show's going from here. I just know how it starts out, you know, to try and hook you. So they're like 2 weeks from launching Apollo 11, right? And everybody's arguing about like, why didn't we just send Apollo 11 early, or why didn't we land Apollo 10 on the moon? Like, why didn't we just land that one? Because they got like 8 miles within like the surface or something. And so there's all that argument, and then you know everybody has the pressure to like if this mission doesn't work out, if we don't land on the moon, the whole program's gonna get scrapped, because like there's no point in risking lives and all that stuff if we're just gonna keep losing. And so that whole mission, you know, has a lot riding on it, and you feel the stakes, and then they go to land and they crash. They have like a rough landing, and so they lose contact with them for like 2 hours or something like that. And then they're like they're like arguing. They're like, all right, what are we going to do? You know, they're going to scrap the program. We've got like 8 Apollo missions scheduled after this. They're all going to get scrapped. We have all these people training for them. We got all these plans. And what was it? Trying to think what I was going to say. How are they going to tell the American people that like, one, we just lost the race, and now we just killed like our first crew that tried to you know, match that goal? And so they're like, you know, everybody's just down in the dumps, and all of a sudden they get contact back and like, yeah, we had a rough landing and we couldn't reach you for a while, but we're back up, and you know, and then they do their thing. But like one thing that was really cool was before they were getting ready to launch, they took out that plaque, the famous plaque that says, you know, like the date, and says that they were, you know, an American was the first one to set foot on the moon. And so like it was just really interesting. Like they do a really good job. And then I like, you know, the time period is cool too. The 60s is dope.
Well, because the thing you were originally trying to say was the streaming wars, and I gotta
Yeah.
say, dude, part of me thinks if and when there's a point where there's only one platform that streams everything,
I don't think it'll ever get to that point.
that's why I'm saying if. It's gonna be nice because holy crap, dude, I'm sick of having to look on like freaking 5 different platforms to see if I can find a movie that I'm trying to watch. Like I was trying to see if I could watch the night before, and I was like, oh hey, it's
the
on
night
Hulu,
before or the night of?
the night before, which is
What-
the movie with I think Seth Rogen. And
Oh, it's a
Anthony
movie.
Mackie.
Yeah. That was a good movie actually.
That's why I wanted to watch it because I saw a clip of it on TikTok. I was like, oh,
Oh
damn.
no. Yeah, that's the Christmas one. Never mind. That one's all right. There's one that
Oh,
came
well,
out.
okay.
It's like a love story between Charlize Theron, and Seth Rogen. That was way better than it deserved to be. I can't remember what it's
Oh.
called.
Okay. Well, anyways, think about it while I'm talking. It said premium subscription, so even though it was on Hulu, I couldn't watch it, and I was like,
Yeah, you
"What-
can't watch it
what-
on the poor person plan
Yeah, and I'm like, what the heck, bro?
because the poor,
And-
because like the cheaper version has commercials, but the one that you pay like an extra like $10 for it doesn't.
No, it's not that. Apparently, you need to get like some special subscription with it that costs like I think it's like $90 a month, or some crap like that. I
Okay,
think
well,
it's like Hulu with live TV or some crap like that.
so let's rank
Wow.
the streaming platforms. Okay.
Okay.
I definitely think Apple TV is last because there's just nobody watching it. But dude, there's at least 3 shows on there that I'm like stoked to watch. There's I'm gonna keep watching For All Mankind. There's Servant, which is the M. Night Shyamalan show, and then there's
Real quick, I want to correct
one other
myself.
one.
It was $65 a month, which is still a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a cable for you. But
Yeah.
yeah.
and then there's one other show I can't think of the name right now, but there's some quality shows on there with some. Oh, it's a mini series. It's called Defending Jacob. It's Chris Evans, and it's like like his
yeah.
kid gets like
Defending Jacob.
yeah, like I think his kid gets accused of murdering another kid or something like that, and so it's like a big thing in the news, and it's all court trial stuff. But it's Chris Evans playing a serious role,
And he's a good actor.
Yeah,
like,
he's a good actor. So
and it's
think
kind
that's
of a
eight-
shame because he's obviously known for Captain America and stuff like that, but like
I think he'll branch away from that.
he's definitely a good actor, like
Yeah.
for sure.
I've
And he's a
I've
cool
seen
dude.
some stuff. Yeah, I like how dude, there was the
That's
one what there was a movie where his daughter, like he's like a single parent, and his daughter is like I can't remember what it's called. It might be Gifted. I don't know what it's called. But she's like she's got like I think she's on the autism spectrum or something. She's like crazy smart.
Gifted, yeah.
Really, really good movie, dude. Like really good movie.
I haven't seen that
Snowpiercer.
one.
Snowpiercer. What'd you think of that?
I gotta watch that again, but that was a cool movie. Really weird. And then I heard the show is fantastic because Genie boy,
Dad
you know
liked it.
Snowpiercer? You know the
Yeah, I know the show. I haven't seen either of them, but I
No,
know like the movies like
so-
pretty
yeah.
good, right?
so the movie is it's like the world is in like another ice age, right? And
Mhm.
so there's just this train that goes around like the planet or whatever,
Mhm.
And so that movie kind of focuses on like like you learn how the train works, and they're basically like screw this, and they like try to overrun the train, the poor people,
Mhm.
because they find out that the food bars that they're eating are really like grinded up bugs and stuff like that. Like they're just like
Well, don't spoil crap, dude. Jeez.
I mean,
It's
I
a
kind of know
movie.
it's like a classism
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah,
About,
it's like
Yeah.
it starts with
Okay.
that. Like they just realize like everything is just, and they realize that like the train's ahead. Like it's like being on a
Yeah.
plane. The closer you get to the front, the richer the people are, the nicer it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like that.
That's the guy who did Parasite, so it's like got similar theme.
yes, it is.
I have not
actually.
seen
It really is.
Parasite. Is that pretty good?
It's good.
What?
It's good.
They said,
enjoyable.
what did it win? Was it?
Oh, it
an
won a bunch of
Oscar
stuff.
Or what?
It won a
Yeah,
bunch
it
of
won
stuff. Yeah.
Best Picture, Best
Yeah.
everything that year. It was.
I still have yet to
but-
watch it. I gotta watch
Oh.
Jojo Rabbit too. I heard that was
You
good.
haven't seen Jojo Rabbit yet? You monster! How have you not seen it yet? That movie was great.
I don't have
not
time
great,
to watch everything right
amazing.
now.
Yeah.
But Jojo Rabbit was so freaking good, dude.
I'll watch it. Okay. But
Dude,
anyways,
it's the same dude who made Thor Ragnarok.
I know it's Taika Waititi, right?
Yeah.
And he plays Hitler, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He
dude.
plays Hitler.
It's such a good movie, man.
Anyways, the show Snowpiercer is like, they're on the train, but it's a murder mystery.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're like, this detective is like going around like the whole train, like interviewing people and trying to figure out who the hell like killed somebody or something. I don't know. But like,
That's interesting.
it's got Jennifer Connelly in it. I think she's one of the detectives or something like that. But it's a really interesting concept. And they get to, obviously, because it's a show, go way more in depth into like the different, because the train's freaking insanely long.
So it's not like a retelling of the feature. It's really cool.
It's in the same universe, but it's a different story.
They're doing that for Parasite as well on HBO, apparently. Like that's coming out in the near future.
You excited about the Last of Us show?
There's a show?
Yeah.
Once I saw who they cast as what's her face, I was like, I don't know.
As Ellie, I was not about that.
Because she's a lot younger than I feel like the character should be.
Yeah, and it's just like they're really turning some heads with like that and stuff. But like I know like their approach to it is that they're going more artsy and indie, which is like I guess my vibe. But like I don't know if I trust.
She's 12.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it doesn't like I cannot see her as Ellie. Like I don't see Ellie in that at all. Like that's not. But I guess it's because the guy Neil Druckmann is still like in a leading role. Like he's co-showrunner of that thing. So like there's something that.
What else has he made?
That's gonna happen. He's the guy like made The Last of Us and like Uncharted 4. Like he directed Last of Us 2 and shit.
All right.
Dude, Pedro Pascal and that's gonna be perfect.
He's a good cast.
He's gonna be really good for that role. Yeah.
He is?
He's Joel.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Dude, have you been paying attention to all the Mandalorian drama?
What did he
about
get?
So the UFC chick, she got fired because she was posting political stuff that was like,
Gina, right? That was her name?
Yeah, the girl who kind of let herself go. Dude, she a thick girl, dude. Like she does not look like somebody who could like go. I mean, don't get me wrong. She was a UFC fighter, so she could definitely whoop my ass. But
yeah,
she gonna be breathing heavy. Is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like she definitely she ain't on a diet.
Anyways.
Anyways, so she's gone, and then there's rumors which have not been confirmed or denied yet that Pedro Pascal quit because he wanted to be like on the set more. He wanted to be in the show more, and they got this big dude who basically walks around in the armor all the time, and he just does the voiceover. And they said that because it's just think about it. Let's say you basically get cast as this huge part. You're super hyped up about it. Like there's all this hype around it. People are after the first season, people are like, this is the best thing they've made since like the original trilogy. And then the second season, like, all right, so like we showed my face in the first season. Like am I gonna get to do it more? And they're like, no. And you're not coming to set as much either.
They did show his face a little more in that
one episode, which dude,
that was a good episode.
I think that was my favorite episode because Bill Burr, goddamn killed it, dude.
Dude, I know.
You've seen it, right, Genie Boy?
I haven't seen it.
Okay,
dude.
then we don't say anything else. Okay.
You can fly through
I know
that
the
show.
final scene of the finale, but
yeah, but you can fly through that whole show in like a couple days. There's a few episodes that are a little longer, but most of them are like 25, 30 minutes. And so like it's just like a quick little. It's like an old Western show. Where like it's like a little side adventure.
30 minutes? Okay, I like that.
Yeah. And it's not like people using the Force to do stupid crap and all this. It's like when they use the Force, it's for a reason. And
a lot of
the
Easter
character
eggs.
itself is the character, like the main character is something you wish that you'd gotten more scenes of in the movies. So like how they always say like, oh, I really wish I saw more of Boba Fett. It's that sort of thing. You see more of that kind of character.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah. But so apparently he quit, and when he takes his, people said that when he took his mask off in that show, he looked like super bloated, and they say that he's like a heavy drinker, and so they think that like he's just not doing well right now. You know,
I
like
feel
he's
you. Damn.
and like you could see it, man. He looks so
Wow.
bloated and like swollen in the face, like he's just like
Well, I just
coming
thought it was
off of
because
some
for
heavy
some reason,
alcohol, like a bender.
I took that as like, oh, it's an emotional scene and he's like getting kind of choked up or whatever. But I guess
You'll
like
do a great job as Joel then.
That's just what
Fuck.
people are saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, but
well,
I love that dude. He's such a good actor.
Yeah.
well, he's in Narcos as well, right?
Yeah, that's what got him famous.
I tried to watch the first episode and I was like, this is really slow, and I don't feel like I'm in a position to actually watch it.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know, maybe I just need more context on what the show's actually about. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Like off the podcast.
So
I think people watch. What's good?
No, go ahead.
I think people watch Narcos expecting Breaking Bad, and this is not. You're not going to get Breaking Bad out of
Well,
Narcos.
I haven't
think.
seen Breaking Bad before.
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
I don't even know what's happening in the show. I just know that it has drugs and
Breaking
It's in,
Dude, Breaking Bad is is you just watching a dude basically spiral out of control. Like every
Yeah.
season just gets worse and worse.
which, dude, maybe
It's
that's
so
why,
goddamn
like,
good. It's so good.
maybe
10 out of 10
off topic
show.
a little bit. Maybe we should just. I think the reason
Watch
why
it now.
GTRP is not.
No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe the reason why GTRP has gotten so boring is because instead of actually like role playing as a character, we've just been like going around doing stupid crap.
Yeah, we definitely need to like role play more. I have to do Mr. Frost. Like, I want to join a gang.
Did you follow him on Twitch?
No,
He has Twitch. You should
He
bring him
does?
sometime because he needs it. He's playing on a freaking he's streaming on a laptop, my guy.
okay, you have to send me his Twitch.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
Shout out
but
to Mr. Frost.
that guy's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that, like
Wow.
I could see how it'd make some really good content if we started rolling around with that guy, like getting
What
into
happened to Tony?
gang
Where's
wars.
Tony been?
Dude, I don't know. I should reach out to him because I mean he has another job. And sports has picked back up. He's an announcer, I think. So I think
That
I
explains.
think
a
he's
lot.
just busy doing. I think he actually commentates like minor league hockey. I could be wrong.
Wait,
Sorry, Tony.
Stony Stark?
No,
Tony Call of Duty.
Tony Call of Duty.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Dude,
I don't know. I don't know any of these guys.
Whenever we would play with him, dude, it was so much fun just because he took it a lot more seriously. And so like there's
He
times
role-played.
where we were in a gas station once and like I think he like tried to rob the place and the chick freaked out. And I was like, hey, like, should we shoot her? He's like, shoot her? What do you mean shoot her? And then like someone shot and this chick starts freaking out. And I don't like this is relevant to how Tony was, but like, dude, just because he knew what to do in the game, crap like that would happen where you'd get this random clip of just NPCs freaking out because we were doing stuff we weren't supposed to. Like you wouldn't normally see it when you're just doing random crap like selling meth. Like people were actually changing the world because of how he was playing.
Yeah.
So it felt more immersive as a result.
Dude, I
Oh,
still think
okay.
the funniest thing that's happened is when we were playing on that old Orbit gaming server, and I was on a bus and we were just picking up people, and they were all stream snipers, but they were. What was that?
Sorry.
He's playing one of my freaking TikToks, bro.
I just opened TikTok, so I was trying to
You
look
got
at
it.
Tony Call of Duty, and then you're up to the first video on my For You page. It's like, oh, great. It's ironic.
That's funny.
Don't send it on my forehead, bro. I'm talking about Black Ops 2. Thank you,
Oh,
man.
he liked it. He just reports it.
Hold on.
It's like now I don't know how to zoom out.
When I focus the camera, yeah, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
But what was I saying? Dude, all these people got into a bus, right?
Wait,
And
there-
they're just going around screaming, like shooting at people, stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? Like this is just getting too annoying. It's getting too out of hand. I get out of the bus. I go hide like across the street from this gas station that we stopped at. And I literally see the bus do a U-E, go back into the gas station, crash to a gas tank, and everybody burns alive on the bus.
dude. No, Orbit, bro.
You
Okay.
can't get out?
No, they're all dead in there,
No,
just
dude,
fried to a
everyone
crisp.
died. Dude, so the thing is with the actually Genie, were you there when that plane like kamikaze into us while we were buying red
Oh my
phosphorus?
gosh, we started shooting at this guy because he stole
Plane? No.
this
Hold on.
guy.
Let me set the scene. Okay?
Okay.
We all rolled up in our little cars. Danny has his Panto, I have mine, and then Jahaz has his little like I don't even know what kind of car
I
it is,
don't
but
know,
he's
it's
got
like
like
a
a bigger car, like
Honda
a legit
Integra.
car. And so we're all sitting there buying red phosphorus, and there's this dude who's in his like a default skin, just running around doing random crap, and he gets into this freaking plane. And he
Well,
starts flying off, and then what?
you wait. You have to. He explained us how we got that plane. So planes are expensive. He said that he went on a training flight to get his pilot's license, and he held the pilot, the training pilot, hostage. So he's got this training pilot tied up in his plane right over there, and he's getting red phosphorus to make drugs while this guy is just sitting over there held hostage. And so we're talking to like, oh, okay, you know. And then like Jahaz goes and swims over to his plane, and he gets all pissed off. He's like, what are you doing next to my plane, dude? You know. And then so he takes off, and we're like, should we shoot at him? And so we all start shooting at him. And like, it's bad. Like, we're starting to see it start smoking. Like, we're hitting it, and it looks like we're like, all right, he got away, you know. And then all of a sudden he turns around. And he flies right into us, dude. Just blows up all the cars, kills half of us. Like, it just straight kamikaze us, him and his hostage.
Yeah, and so
Didn't say a word.
2 people died. 2 people died, and 2 cars blew up. So I had to get into and I get into my Panto. Danny gets in the passenger seat, and then the people who had died were in my trunk, and we start driving to take him to the hospital. And I think I stopped because I saw somebody that I recognized. We pull over, and I'm like, hey, can you take these guys to the hospital so we can go do other stuff? And then we got freaking robbed, and everyone died except me, and the cops just took off like after them and didn't even help us until like 10 minutes after everything had happened. It was ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
Just absolute chaos. And then, I yelled at those cops, by the way.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys don't know what you're doing. You guys don't know how to do your job. And then they let me go, even though I had meth on me.
Yeah,
I got away.
The guy was like, the guy was gonna search me, and I was like, oh, dude, I've got like 20 meth on me. I've got a illegal gun. My permit's suspended.
Yeah,
and so he goes to search me. He goes, oh, Danny Dorito, huh? And he's like, all right, you're free to go. And I was like, I would have gotten like 40 months or something if I had.
Yeah, that dude. You need to play with us more often, bro.
I know.
And because I found a new way. I found a new way to get money besides meth, and I didn't fully explain it. But what you do is you get an RV, okay? Which I already have one, as you probably already know.
I can afford one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you go over to where you put the meth in bags, and there's a bunch of cows there, and you take your RV and you just ram into them, and then you take all their like skin off and the meat, and then you sell it.
How much is the skin worth?
I don't know. I'd have to ask like Jimbo or something.
But it's worth a lot, right? Like enough to where it's faster.
And it's not necessarily like super illegal. Like if you get caught with leather or whatever, you're not gonna get arrested for it most likely. Okay, if you get caught with meth, you're going to prison and you're getting a fine.
Yeah,
right? And not to mention, like
it takes forever
because you're doing meth takes forever. If you're doing it with an RV, the cops don't get notified if you're doing anything. If you shoot, then they get notified, and then you can get arrested for shooting random cows or whatever. But if you're just running them over, they don't know any better.
Doesn't do like a ton of damage to RV.
It does no damage.
Okay, I gotta get an RV. What about my Panto? How much can I? Because the RV can hold a ridiculous amount of weight, right?
The Panto, it can hold a decent amount, but the thing is, it's like the Panto is for getting from place to place pretty quickly. The RV is for just transporting a bunch of stuff and making money.
Genie,
which is what we need to get money so we can start a game. There you go.
Yeah, Genie, I dropped like a level 4 engine mod into that Panto, and that thing flies. That little car.
How fast you going?
I mean, it's not about speed; it's about how fast you get to it. Like I just see it, and I'm going 110.
Dude, I'm down. I'm down to get back into this. The cow
And it's-
thing is incredible.
It's
I
red
want
and
to-
blue.
Kill cows.
We gotta play it on Monday. If you guys want to play it tomorrow or something, just so we can get some extra money to start off with.
I
cool.
say we do GTA and Apex, and then Days Gone comes out on Monday for PC, so I'm probably gonna play that to end my stream.
Okay. Well, what I was almost thinking about doing is doing like a rotation where we do GTA one day and then Apex the next. And then back
That
and
works
forth.
too. Yeah, because I do.
Because at least
I could
then-
literally play Apex all day, every day. I love that, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was getting pretty good. I was doing Apex.
I gotta hit the aim
viewers.
labs.
I still have no idea what that is.
It makes your aim like 10 times better.
By the way, good gun in arena. The Spitfire, I believe is what it's called. That LMG.
Yeah.
There's
That thing rips.
if you know how to use the gun correctly and like what situation, how to move, every gun is good to an extent. Like the shotguns all
Yeah.
kind of suck. I will say that the shotguns do all kind of
Yeah.
suck unless you're super up close to somebody. But
Well,
That-
I used Spitfire and the Mozambique, I think. And
what
that's pretty
was
good.
the alternator? Is that what we're
Oh.
using? That SMG? That's my new
Yeah.
favorite gun.
The little
Hi-
handheld SMG.
Yeah, higher
Okay.
damage, slower fire rate, which means less recoil, and like
Yeah.
you just it's good. I use that and then something long range. Like I was sniping a lot. I was hitting some nasty shots with the sniper too. So
Okay. The 3-round bursts are not bad. I thought like the
yeah,
hemlock.
the hemlock
kinda
is a good.
works.
I feel like the hemlock. I either start with the hemlock or the RE45 for the first round.
Okay.
Both of those guns seem like really OP when you're poor. Like
Yeah.
their base weapon is really good.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think the most important thing is getting the shield batteries that fill up all the way, because that thing, like, dude, it's so annoying when you get the little tiny ones and it only refills like a chunk.
And it takes
'Cause
like
if you're
half
in
the
a-
time, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're in a really big fight, obviously what matters is taking as much damage as possible without getting killed. Because if you get shot and your shield's gone already, like just once, then you're done. But if you can get hit
Yeah.
with like half a clip, you're fine.
I got Valkyrie, which is like the newest
I hate
Legend?
Valkyrie.
dude, she's so OP because she has those rocket launchers, right? That shoot off and it
Yeah.
shoots a bunch of rockets. Like if somebody's
annoying.
if I'm getting like double teamed or something, I'll back off and I'll shoot them with my rockets and then like go heal and then come back and hit them again. And you can buy more rockets too, so
Well, Genie, what do you use?
Pathfinder. I just
Yeah.
like flying around.
Then we're fine because I use Bloodhound, and for me, it always does just fine.
Yeah.
okay,
'Cause-
Bloodhound is the one that you scan and you can see where people are, right?
Yeah, it's basically wall hacks.
I
yeah.
am gonna be honest, I do not like that. For
To
some,
play it or just like in
no,
general?
for some reason, if I am in a gunfight with somebody and all of a sudden they get scanned, it messes with my eyes. I cannot, like, I start missing shots. It's too
That's not what it's
distracting.
for. That's not what it's for, though.
I know, but it
it's-
annoys me when people scan while I'm in a gunfight. It causes me to lose the gunfight.
yeah, I've never had that
Interesting.
issue.
It happens to me all the time when I'm playing with
'Cause
viewers.
What I usually do is it's like we go to a certain
Yeah.
spot, and then people will come up, and someone will go, "Hey, I see one," and then I'll scan really quick so
You
that
can
I
see
can
where
see
they
if
all
there's any
are, yeah.
others. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then if
That's
it
the way
only
you're
shows
supposed to use
one-
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, see, if you know how to use it, it's good. But, like, getting,
Yeah.
scanning them mid-battle, I hate it, dude. It pisses me
Like,
off.
guys, I see all three of them. Let me scan
I'll be
really
like,
quick.
"Oh,
It's
he's
like,
one
what are
hit."
you doing?
I'll be like, oh, he's one hit. I'm reloading, and then all of a sudden, being, and I'm like, and I start shooting, and I'm just missing everything, like, because I can't.
Yeah.
The problem is if I'm in a room, I can't tell if he's behind something or not. So I start shooting things that I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you're a bot.
No, so what I'm saying is, it pisses me off when somebody scans people while I'm in a gunfight. It throws me off.
Do you guys ever use grenades?
Never.
I don't
Never.
ever use grenades.
Yeah, no, I don't. They're definitely not like that useful.
If there was like a quick button for it, like I know you have to like tap like I play on controller, so you have to like tap
Oh.
this button right here,
I didn't know you played on
and
controller.
then you have to like hold it. Yeah, I learned Apex on Xbox, and so I was like, I don't want to have to like figure it out. So I
It's
was
like
just
Call of
and I
Duty.
was playing pretty well.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
Warzone, dude.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is that, okay, because there's only two guns, I feel like there should just be a button for you to switch between the different guns instead of it being you choose which slot. Because that
Mm.
confuses the crap out of me sometimes. Because you'll select like the Spitfire and it'll go to your first slot, and then you'll select the Mozambique and it'll go to your second. And you think, okay, primary, secondary, Mozambique's a secondary because it's like a pistol, right? But if you buy them in the opposite order, the Mozambique becomes your primary, and then the Spitfire becomes your secondary. So I'm trying to go to my Spitfire, and I'll press 1, and my Mozambique will still be out. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why is it not working? And then I realized it's my secondary. My Spitfire is my secondary. And it just, for some reason, that is my Call of Duty brain doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Now I am really bad when I play video games at not. I never use the number keys to switch weapons. I'm always scrolling, and so I'll scroll past too far. It happened a lot in Resident Evil where I'd be like, oh, I need my sniper, and I scroll right past, and I got my knife in my hand. I'm like, shit, no.
Yeah, I was having that same problem.
I don't like doing that. Well, I think it's because I've played Minecraft for so long that like I just choose the different keys because I know what everything is in for like the slots and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like I'll have my pickaxe in my first slot, so I'll just press 1 instead of scrolling all the way over there because it's actually faster. I don't know. That's just how I am. I mean, because, dude, you know what game really benefits from scrolling? CS:GO. Because that one you just quickly switch to your knife,
and you can walk faster.
And I think with CS:GO, like it still has number buttons, but
it's
like,
the same way with Valorant.
It doesn't feel as good.
You walk faster with your knife in that too.
Yeah, although Valorant, I feel like you don't notice it. In CS:GO, it's a big boost.
Yeah. Well. Oh no, I'm thinking of a different game. But no, Valorant, it definitely makes you a little faster. But yeah, it's not as drastic. Like you don't notice the screen all of a sudden, like you're moving faster.
Valorant, I'm down to play again. It's just I think it's annoying that they make you win 10 unranked matches before you can actually.
It is a pain.
Like I understand 3 is okay. That's not hard to do.
I honestly think
matches?
it's to try and discourage Smurfs from starting another account. Because it's a pain in the ass to have to like,
but I played the freaking beta. Why am I still doing? I don't know. That's just stupid. Maybe because I didn't play it.
You know what Smurfs have to do, right? Because they want to just poop on people and get better at the game. They have to purposely do bad in those 10 games to get that crappy rank they want. So it's not fun to just purposely lose 10 matches. Or like not lose, but do bad. And you have to win 10 matches. So you have to win 10 matches, but not do good in them. That is hard to do. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I think it's a combination of that, and then also they want to really make sure that you're going to get put in the rank you should.
Also, why is Apex game chat like absolute dog water? Why is it so bad? It's the worst. Legit, it's so quiet, and it sounds like Modern Warfare 2.
I take that back. You're talking about the 10 unranked matches to play ranked to place, right? So never mind. It doesn't matter.
No, it still matters because you have to win 10 matches.
Yes, I know, but I don't know.
Anyways,
the skill thing just doesn't make that much sense.
Is there a specific reason why Apex's voice chat is so bad, or what?
I don't know. I think EA has a history of just bad voice chat.
Yeah. But everyone's kind of relying on Discord. It feels like.
Yeah,
for that game.
Dude, that sucks when you're playing with viewers though, because sometimes they'll come in there. I'm like, oh well, I'm on console.
It's coming to PlayStation.
Yeah.
What, Discord?
Discord is,
They changed their logo and everything because of the buyout that happened.
I heard.
Or did they buy out, or did they partner? I think they might have partnered.
I think it was a partner.
Yeah. Microsoft wants to buy them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they decided not to go through with it.
They didn't?
Yeah. No. They said they want to stay independent.
I thought they were actually like, oh, yeah, you know what? No. But
still,
I think I heard that like a month ago.
I have no idea why they made their logo just a little bit darker shade of purple. It's stupid.
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold up. Discord new logo. No, it says Discord celebrates turning 6 with new logo. Oh, dude, you can do different colors. I can do red.
So you could change your logo color?
I think it says the Discord name itself is being rendered in a new font. One crafted to match the same sort of feel you get from Clyde's new lines. You start seeing awesome speeches.
Okay, well, on the mobile app, it looks ugly.
I see.
I don't think I got a new update for it. Let me check. Anyway, so the streaming wars, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Netflix, dude, they have like a couple new movies or shows that come out like that are available on Netflix
Yeah.
that are good every once in a while. Like I've gone on there and I was like, oh hey, Pulp Fiction's on here. This is cool. Watched it, never saw it again.
But original movies that Netflix makes, like 9 times out of 10, they're dog.
But the
Very
shows are
quantity over quality. Yeah.
But the shows are good usually. Well,
I'm
some
hearing
of them.
I'm hearing that new Zack Snyder Army of the Dead movie's good.
Yep.
Heard it's
Army of
really
the
good.
Dead.
They
Yeah.
said people are saying it's his best film, but like
What?
that's like
That's saying something considering
I
he
mean-
made Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
yeah. I
Dawn
think
of
it
the
was
Dead
like
is so good.
IndieWire or someone said it's like this is Zack Snyder's best ever. You know what I mean? It's like
Maybe Zack's in his
Okay.
prime.
yeah. I mean, he kind of is.
After
with that
freaking Snyder
cut.
cut. Did you watch it?
Yeah. No.
God damn
Not
it,
yet.
dude.
Yeah. Last movie I saw was Tungus Express.
I still
But yeah,
haven't watched the Snyder Cut.
my wife is she's gonna start so this next Saturday I'm going to what's it called? Do a 24-hour stream. So like we're obviously not gonna do any of this until after this weekend, but the plan is to get a babysitter so we can go to the movies every once in a while. You know.
Wait. So when are we doing the podcast next week?
Next week we'll have to figure it out.
Let's just film 2 today.
We'll figure it out.
If
Maybe
If you
we'll
guys want to do it Wednesday, that'd be kind of cool. Because I have to go out of town Thursday
okay.
to Sunday,
probably-
and
we
then
could probably make that happen.
Sunday to
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Oh.
available whenever. Well,
Okay.
no, I'm not. I gotta
Yeah.
stream.
wait.
Yeah.
So,
It has to be
does that
after my
mean
stream.
After.
It would literally be
Yeah,
like the
that's
same
fine.
time we started today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because
Well, no, not today, but the
No.
time we were going to start.
yeah, because the issue is the reason why it's usually better like to do on weekends for me is just because I know like mom and dad are going to bed an hour later. But I don't know. I mean, he said 2.5 hours.
It could be a
Probably-
shorter one.
Probably do that.
We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. But yeah, streaming wars. Well, first I was gonna say I think I'm gonna. It did really well. That first one I did. I did stream it or skip it, and it was the Tom Clancy movie, the Michael B. Jordan one. That movie was
Mhm.
awful, by the way. Definitely. I told people to skip it.
Mm.
I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that movie, man. It just, I don't know. It was weird. It definitely had the
Trying
budget,
times.
but
That's the thing.
I think Army of the Dead's the next one that I'm gonna do. Stream it or skip it with,
Yeah.
and I have a feeling that's gonna be an absolutely stream it. You know, I'm
Mhm,
excited.
mhm.
Have you seen The Death of Stalin before?
I have.
I have
What'd you
not.
think of that?
I liked it. It was fun, and it was like it wasn't like this is life changing or anything, but it was like, oh, I enjoyed this. This is like one of the better like.
Yeah, because so if you don't know what it is, it's about when Stalin died and like the entire what do they call themselves? They're not a parliament. They're like a either way. The government in the Soviet Union is trying to figure out who's going to be the
Yeah.
next like leader, right? It's got
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi in it.
Dictatorship maybe or I don't
No,
know.
The
no,
next
no, because
dictator.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, the next
Pretty
dictator,
much.
but like the what's the entire like government called? Like the actual
Oligarchy or
No,
Monarch?
not the type of government. Like, but like you know how like we have like Congress and stuff like that. Like their cabinet essentially. Their cabinet is trying to figure out who's gonna be the next leader.
Oh,
Oh,
a
okay.
ministry? I have no
Yeah.
A
clue.
ministry.
But
have no
actually,
clue,
let's
yeah.
go to more info. It says, oh well, it just says okay that's stupid. Never mind. But it's really good. It came out in 2017, and I think it really flew under the radar because it's really good.
Like
Yeah.
funny.
Not even just
Serious?
funny, but like it's I think like,
It's just
Interesting.
funny, yeah.
It's paced extremely well. Like you feel like a lot happened in like it's like 2 hours, I think.
It's like a political satire about like
Yeah,
them
it's-
figuring it out.
Okay.
It's like an hour and a half, and it feels like so much happened in it. It's just there's so much happening in such a short time. It's you're super intrigued. the entire
That's
time.
good.
It's great. Yeah.
That's good. I think that's the problem. Is like these indie movies, like a lot of times the pacing is off. You know, people don't want to sit through like a
Yeah.
long 45 minutes of just talking, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
the action happens or something. So
Speaking of bad pacing, have you seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet? Oh my god!
you
Oh,
thought the pacing
my-
was bad?
the
I
ending,
haven't
dude. The last episode, although
It felt like
it
a
was
letdown to me.
great.
I just
I feel-
the hype was not worthy of that last episode.
Yeah, and okay, my biggest complaint personally with that show, the the villain that I like cared about the most was John Walker, because like he seemed like he was gonna do some crazy stuff, right? Like after he took the serum and stuff like that, I was like, this guy's gonna wreak havoc, right?
Mhm.
But the real villain was that ginger chick. And I was like, I don't care about you. Like, I get you're a super soldier and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you're just some angsty teenager who wants to like
So
get back at the world for the dust thing that happened.
did one of you
Hmm.
guys talk about it? About why they kind of like screwed up that?
No, it was me. It was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what happened was it was just that they were gonna do a pandemic plot line and then they didn't because of COVID.
Yeah. So it was like they
And-
kind of had to, and you
Yeah,
could
well,
definitely feel it.
Pandemic plot line.
It feels it definitely feels like there's something missing from their
Yeah.
scenes, you know? Like you just don't feel I didn't feel like they talk so serious, like they're just doing something so horrible, but like I was like,
They're just stealing stuff to help people.
yeah.
It's like
If they were
Like,
trying
oh,
to
no.
spread a virus to kill the whole world, it would definitely be like, oh
Cause-
shit. You know, like but
Here-
just
yeah,
wasn't there.
Here's the thing. I think that, for starters, I think the point of that show was to have like a gray conflict where like, yeah, it's something that bad that's happening, but like, is it really that bad? I think that's what that entire show is about, which is being very gray. But I mean, let's put it this way. If somebody stole a bunch of bread and was like, I'm giving this to homeless people, they're gonna go to jail for it. Yes, like that's what's happening. Yeah.
I mean,
They're
yeah,
gonna
I
go to,
guess.
yeah, they're
It's
gonna
still
go to jail
stealing.
for stealing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, while it might seem messed up that they're stealing stuff to give to people who, you know, are being alienated because they came back after being dusted for 5 years, right? Like, they're stealing it for a good purpose, but at the end of the day, it's still stealing, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like, I mean, I don't get why there's such a big, you know, deal about it being
To me, it just didn't
gray.
the only thing that made it feel like, okay, yeah, this is like at least like a side quest Avengers type problem was the
Side quest?
because that's what it felt like.
Skyrim?
Super soldier, the super soldier serum aspect of it definitely made it feel a little more important. But they didn't use that for anything. I felt like, you know, like they just didn't.
It's gonna get used in season 2
Okay,
because I think what's gonna happen. One that
John Walker.
no, not him.
They definitely set it up for him to be like a bigger
The
baddie.
chick from was it Civil War? It basically it's Captain America's girlfriend in the original Captain America.
And she's
her-
Peggy's daughter.
No, it's not her daughter. I think it's like her.
Yeah, no, it's her
her
daughter.
No, it's her niece.
Her granddaughter. Sorry.
It's
It's her
niece, I
gra-
think. Or-
It's her granddaughter.
No, it's her niece. It's because he calls her Aunt Peggy.
Who calls her
Yeah.
Aunt Peggy?
The
Captain Amer-
chick we're talking about.
Oh, she calls her aunt? I thought she said grand.
You have not seen Civil War in years.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, still kind of weird.
But bottom line is that chick, she now that she's back in the US and she's working for the government, she's gonna get all the secrets or whatever. That was I think one of the end credit scenes or something like
Yeah.
that. But so
Area
she's gonna cause
51.
this crap and then what?
She's gonna expose Area 51. No, I'm just kidding.
No, she's like, guys, it's actually Area 52. That's when you guys should be worrying about. And everyone's like, dang
Yeah.
man.
Anyways, the other streaming platforms. So I think we can all agree that Netflix is hit or miss. They definitely they have a few good shows, but if Stranger Things season 4 were to be like a bomb, like that would definitely hurt the platform. You know what I mean? Like if it were to be like not as good.
Yeah.
Hulu has some decent shows on there, and they definitely it seems like they take more risks with their shows. Like they let it feels like they let the director and like writers have more freedom with it. Handmaid's Tale is like the only thing I can think of on Hulu that's like really like groundbreaking of a show. 11/22/63 was on there. Castle Rock.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Castle Rock?
No.
Heard of it? Haven't seen it. Is that mystery?
It's like it's set in the Stephen King universe. So like, I don't know. It has nothing to do with the other stories, but there's all these Easter eggs. Like at the beginning, you see a car crash into the water, and then when the car is sinking, you see it say like Shawshank Prison on it or something. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. It's set in the same. Castle Rock is set in the same like Derry, Maine area of like it and all that. Like it's like there somebody talks about like like a clown killing people back in like the 50s or whatever. Like it's like that. There's a lot of references, but it got super damn weird after this. Like the first 2 episodes, I was like, dude, this could be the show, and then it just it's like a wet fart. The 3rd episode.
Oh, wet fart.
Well, wait, you guys know Hot Ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently that's on Hulu.
They bought Hot Ones? I
don't know if they bought it, but it says there's 1 season, and it's got Justin Timberlake, Shia LaBeouf.
When was it made?
It says 2020?
Yeah, they must have bought them.
But the thing is, I'm 90% sure these episodes are on YouTube. The Shaq one is on here. So maybe, I don't know. Dude, there was some video that I watched. I think it was the guy that does like have you
guys seen what I'm gonna do for 3 million?
Wait, no, yeah. What are you doing?
What?
Oh, right. I remember this.
The Death Nut Challenge, dude. Look at this. It's level 1. It says heat level mild. It says getting started. Carolina Reaper with chocolate butala peppers. Heat level number 2, mild plus. Carolina Reaper and ghost peppers. Heat level medium. Carolina Reaper plus 7-pot brain strain peppers. Hot level. Pain sets in 2 times Carolina Reaper and 7-pot Douglas peppers. And then there's the Death Nut, which is 2 Carolina Reaper, Maruga Scorpion, and 13 million Scoville capsgain. I can't say that word. Anyways, it's those freaking like extract crystals.
Dude.
I am gonna poo fire, dude.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is apparently, like a lot of streaming platforms are like capitalizing on YouTube. So, for example, apparently Disney XD, which is like the edgier version of Disney,
I remember that.
Apparently, they play Jacksepticeye videos on Disney XD.
Okay.
Like he makes videos for them, which is weird.
Yeah, that's weird. Are they like little short videos to fill in the little weird?
No, it's I don't remember who said it. There was some video that I was watching on YouTube where they were basically saying like I know who it was. It was the guy that made the Road Work Ahead Vine. Road Work Ahead, I sure hope that guy. He did a video where he was talking about streaming platforms, and he talked about how they're legit like playing Jacksepticeye videos on Disney XD. And I looked it up, and apparently, yeah, like it says.
Genie, what are you doing?
I'm just changing the camera angle here.
It says Disney XD tabs makers.
It's like zoomed in on your mouth.
Yeah, no, when I focus it, it like crops in so I could like get critical focus, and so like just have to like deal with it. Yeah.
Jacksepticeye, Parker Games, Strawberry 17. Like apparently they legit are buying like YouTubers.
Yeah, but
like in a way, which is insane.
Okay, so Hulu and Netflix. I would say Netflix is above Hulu. There's just a lot more on Netflix that they offer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Disney Plus. So Disney Plus. I feel like unless you're like, besides like the Mandalorian, there's the Mighty Ducks. Like, if you're not there to watch the Marvel or the Star Wars shows, like, there's not really much on there for you unless you're like a crazy like Disney fanatic.
And I'll be honest, I watch a lot of the Marvel movies over and over again because I just like them a lot.
That is nice
Dude,
that
like,
those are on there. Because those
the
Blu-rays
one
are
thing I'm mad
expensive.
about, you know what they don't have on Disney Plus in terms of Marvel movies?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I want to rewatch those movies and I freaking can't.
Dude, you know Sony's sitting there like, yeah, like
Yeah.
they know that like if times ever got tough, all they have to do is just sell the freaking rights to Spider-Man, and they're gonna be freaking.
I think
'Cause
they
they could-
struck a deal when to make it coming on the Disney Plus.
Well, after this next Spider-Man Tom Holland movie, the deal's supposed to be
Oh, yeah.
over, unless they
Dude, I
extend
can't-
it.
I
'Cause
can't wait
I'm
for that
s-
freaking movie, dude.
I'm sorry, but the Venom movies are caca, or the new one looks like
Oh.
caca.
Does it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
the trailer for it yet.
People are like, oh, dude,
don't
it
know.
looks so much better than the first one, and I was like, I mean,
Very
it
niche.
It definitely
I-
looks like
I
it
won't get it.
focuses more on like the Eddie Brock and Venom aspect, but it turns it up to
Yeah.
11, and I'm like, yeah, that could definitely get cringe.
Did you
Yeah.
guys like the first one or no?
I thought it was like a 5 out of 10. Very average, nothing special about it. Very forgettable. Just didn't stand out.
Ending was lame.
Yeah,
I liked the progression of it. Yeah, from what I'm seeing with this, it does look a little like they're trying to, like you said, crank it up to 11.
Dude.
But like, I don't know.
The more I think about it, the more I think about the Snyder Cut, I'm like, dude, what a goddamn good movie, dude. It was so good.
What's up with this guy in the Snyder Cut?
Yeah.
Bro?
It was so good, bro.
Yeah.
It was like it was like Infinity War level of like hype going on in that movie. It makes
Yeah.
me want like a 3.5 hour version of Infinity War.
Dude, I've been freaking saying they need to release the full cut of like all the Marvel movies or something, and then they need to release the full cut of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier because I don't know why they're so worried about this freaking pandemic plot line. Like I get it hits a
Everybody's
little
worried
close to
about
home to some
hurting
people.
people's feelings. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then don't watch it.
I mean,
Like-
they literally Rainbow Six Quarantine. They changed it to Rainbow Six Parasite apparently because they were worried people are gonna be like, "Oh, quarantine my feelings." It's a trigger word.
Like I get that.
That's sad, dude.
I get that. You know, like
Hold on, I gotta fix this.
there's the whole idea of like pandemic PTSD because people
Yeah.
were stuck inside for so long.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I am not gonna feel any of that. I liked being inside.
Dude, last night I was working on a bunch of stuff and like I just sat there for a second. I was like, dude, like I sometimes take it for granted like how fortunate I am that like I get to be at home all the time. This is like my
Yeah.
job, and you know everybody's talking about going back to work and school, or like, you know, like this next school year they want everybody to be in school, like everything's going back to normal. And I'm gonna keep doing this, and like I don't know how long it's gonna last, you know, but I'm just gonna enjoy it while I can.
I think I
Who
got
knows?
out at a good time because you guys saw the CDC's make it so you don't have to wear masks anymore if you have the vaccine.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, and so I feel like I talked about it before with Best Buy, like having the whole thing with, you know, if you didn't have a mask, you got no service or whatever, which meant you couldn't even check out. So the one thing I didn't like about the COVID stuff, the most out of anything, besides, you know, sanitizing or whatever, people would come in without a mask, and I would feel uncomfortable just because I didn't know whether I was allowed to help them. Because some
Yeah.
managers were like, "Yeah, you should at least try," and some of them were like, "No, like don't help them at all." One of which was my GM, who is the one that's at the top, right? And
Mhm.
so it's like what he says should go, right? Like that's what's most important. But it seemed like because of COVID, managers were like legitimately just like trying to start stuff because everyone seemed to have like differing opinions on it and stuff like that. And so
Yeah.
now that thing is in place, right? I feel like if I was still there, you'd have people coming in, oh, well, I'm vaccinated, and we'd have to be like, okay, well, can you prove that? Well, I don't have any sort of proof or whatever, and then you'd have people just causing a bunch of pissy fits in the store or whatever, and it's like I just hate dealing
Well,
with that.
I don't want to get political or anything, but I did go to a couple of gun stores today, and their signs are gone about the masks. You know, I felt weird wearing a mask in there. Nobody was wearing masks, but I highly doubt everybody in those places were vaccinated. So it's just, I mean, because there's no way to like ask somebody if they're vaccinated without violating HIPAA. So it's just everybody's just gonna go to not wearing masks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which didn't they say there's gonna be like a third wave? But whatever happened to that?
We'll see.
It's probably going to be a variant. It really depends on what's happening in India. I don't know what the situation is there, but they said
Yeah.
like it was like apocalyptic kind of thing, which is really sad. But
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's
I haven't heard
India,
anything
bro.
about India
They,
in the news. Are they trying not to focus on it?
well, they
Maybe.
banned travel there. Like I have an Indian friend who's like immigrated from Mumbai for college, and he was gonna like go back home visit his family. He hasn't seen him in like 2 years, and they just canceled like flights. I think for at least 3 months.
3
And
months?
yeah,
It must
or
be
something
really
like
bad.
that. It's like
Are people
if
dying
there's
a
a
lot or
town.
what?
Yeah, there's like a
Yes.
town in there where it's like 1 in every 3 people or 2 people is positive for COVID. And it's like it's not just like average it's like a variant that's like specific to that area. So
yeah, and the
um,
thing is, you gotta understand, India is like I think it's like the most populated
yeah,
country.
yeah,
Like that means
yeah.
like even China has less population than India.
And there's some third world parts in there too. So it's like a really shitty
Yes.
situation to be in. But I don't know what we're doing to like fix that up, because there's also the Palestine thing that's going on too, which is
Oh
more
my
of a
god.
Twitter trend to like for people to attach themselves to and have something to say about it. But there's a lot of like Jewish friends I have that like are saying like there's no one should have a say in it, because it's like there's no correct opinion about it over here that
What's
we
going
can
on?
have.
Mhm.
And
I have no idea what you're
Dude,
talking about.
there's basically like a war like brewing over there. Like
yeah,
they're
Where
legit
at?
like bombing each other in Israel and Palestine.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm telling you, I think
That
this
was a World
is,
War III thing, bro.
yeah, the World War III, I think could be happening soon. It is definitely
Yeah.
like heating up.
you think it's gonna stem from that?
So they talked about how, okay, so the Russians hacked that pipeline,
Holy
right?
shit!
You saw that, right? Like the
Right.
Is it
oil.
confirmed?
Yes, it's been confirmed. Some Russian hacker group did it. They held it ransom. Well, another pipeline that is like the second biggest in the world or something like that got hacked over there. So
Bro, Raggy.
That's
yeah,
gonna
there's just a lot going on. Russia, I think they have stuff going on because there was like a school shooting there, and they're trying. I think they might be trying to blame it on another.
In
Really?
Russia, dude? Bro.
And so like I didn't get the full story, but I heard that they were like basically investigating like did another country like is it a terrorist attack,
Infiltrate.
or something.
Dude.
So I don't know, man. It's definitely heating over there on that side of the world. So we'll see. Because if everything goes to shit over there, we're gonna go step our foot into that pool like we always
I
do.
know.
Man, what the? Hey, parents, do you have a 14 or 15-year-old? Do they need a job? We will hire them. Thanks, Burger King.
Dude,
Bro.
McDonald's raised their minimum wage from like $11 to $18 or $17 or something like that because they're hurting for workers.
Bro,
Dang.
are you serious?
Company-owned ones, right? Not like
Company-owned ones, yeah.
family-owned.
Yeah, obviously,
Bro.
if it's a franchise or whatever that somebody bought, they can't afford to do that all of a sudden.
Bro, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Not during
Larry,
these
are you
times.
Tell me if I
Yeah.
got a job at McDonald's to get paid more than I was at Best Buy. Come on.
Bro, I don't know if you go. There's a fast food side of TikTok that like will blow your mind. There's like people who like they just like there's a guy who says that if you're trained to work at Dairy Queen, you can go to any Dairy Queen and basically like fill in, get overtime, and so he has videos where like he has like Blizzard wars with people at different Dairy Queens where like he shows up and works there, and during his shift they'll try to like outdo each other on like the best Blizzard, like just like concoction stuff like that. I've seen McDonald's where like The guy's always like giving an extra nugget or something like that, you know, like just random
Okay.
stuff.
Bro, all I've seen is people going into a Little Caesars, and either the dude in the back is like acting like he doesn't want to be there and throwing pizza boxes all over the place, or like some dude at Little Caesars was trying to like mop the floor and he fell.
Yeah.
Like that's all I've seen. Which I
Dude.
mean, Little Caesars, what do you expect, right? But like fast food TikTok, I haven't seen much from it.
And, like I want to say like 9 times out of 10 I go to a like 9 times out of 10 the Little Caesars that I've gone to in my experience, they've all been like family owned.
Yeah.
There's always
Really?
like a family working it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's weird.
You got some
Like,
little kid in the back.
That must
just
mean
doing
it's
the
really
dishes.
I wonder if that means it's like really easy to get into that franchise.
Oh, dude, for sure. You
I
understand,
assume,
like,
yeah.
dude? You know how they do their delivery, right?
No.
They do it.
How do they?
They do it through DoorDash.
I mean, everybody does it through like Postmates and DoorDash.
Okay. I figured, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like legit, like they don't need to hire drivers or anything. You legit just have somebody in the back heat up the pizzas and stuff like that, put them in boxes, and then go up to the front, ring
Yeah.
the person out. There they go.
I get what you're saying, yeah. And their pizza portal thing is genius. You've seen that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where you show up, you punch your little code in, your little window opens up, you take your pizza out.
I think I
That is
broke
my
one of those.
favorite thing. That is my
I-
favorite thing.
I'm
Where the
pretty sure I've
goddamn
broken-
future?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Pretty sure I've broken one of those before.
They just all open
Wait,
and the
how
pizza
did you
starts
break
flying
it?
out. You're like, oh.
So this one time I was with my friend Garrett, and we were getting like an extra most bestest pepperoni. We walk in there and it says punch in the code, and I punched in the code, and then I thought you had to press OK to like be done with it, and apparently when you press OK it closes the door. And I'm all, oh crap, and
Can't you
I
just put it
my
in again?
hand because I think once you use the code it's done.
You
That way
put your
can't steal
hand in
pizzas.
there?
I put my hand in there to like stop it, and like
Yeah.
it when it opened, I took my pizza out and then I closed it, and then like I guess like I don't know if it was like I didn't hear the locking noise or like
Oh,
somebody
man.
went up tried to use it, but I think it wouldn't open. I was like, oh crap!
Oh, man.
So I felt bad. dude.
Run!
Yeah, we dipped right after that. I was like, did I bring it through? He goes, I think you did, man. I was like,
Dude,
crap.
the only thing is the only thing I will say is that there have been times where like they forget something and I'm like, and there's like nobody in the front, you know, and I'm like, hey, where's my crazy
yeah.
bread? You know, I'm like
Which, dude, their crazy bread. I'm sorry, that stuff's only good if you dip it in the sauce.
well, yeah, I like their sauce though. Their marinara sauce is
Yeah,
good.
yeah, their sauce is. Sometimes I've noticed it's a little bit too watery,
So
but that's just me.
this is rubbed off on my wife, but I've always done this, and I don't know who I got it from. I don't know if it was our sister or what, but I've always taken the marinara that you dip your breadsticks in, and I put Parmesan
Pizza.
cheese in it.
Oh,
Yeah, you put Parmesan cheese in it, mix it up, and it's like this Parmesan marinara. It's so good, dude.
I've never had. That sounds
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's a game changer if you like Parmesan cheese.
Because
Yeah.
what I've always done is I've dipped the pizza in the marinara.
I only do that if the pizza doesn't have enough sauce on it.
Mhm.
Because to me, it's like I don't want too much sauce to just overpower the cheese and the pepperoni.
Yeah,
The ronies.
yeah, but I'm more of like, hey, this tastes good. I want more of that, and I just keep dipping it in because it just tastes good.
That's fair.
Yeah, but
Dude.
dude, crazy bread is literally just bread that they sprinkle cheese on and then they put it in a bag.
Genie, when you come to
sad.
visit one of these days, we got to get some Dion's, dude.
Dion's, what is that?
Dion's is this pizza place that
Dion's nuts.
they just the pizza. Yeah, Dion's nuts. You're like, damn it! No, dude, it's just really good pizza, and they make their own ranch. Like they have like their own house like style ranch sauce. They have a green chili ranch sauce
Okay.
that's really good. Everything there's a green chili version of everything here. Like in New Mexico, there's just anything you could think of. They put green chili on it if you want. Like that, like yeah, Hacha green chilies is like. I think that's what New Mexico is known for. Like they're the green chili capital of the world or something. But
I'm down to try it.
it's really good.
I have a question that's kind of irrelevant. And by kind of, I mean really irrelevant. So you mentioned robots earlier, right? I don't know what for, okay, but it got brought up for like a second. How do you
Robots.
feel about the universal basic income thing?
I don't honestly like people are like, oh,
Hold on,
dude,
hold on.
like
wait, Genie, do you know what that is?
Like $1,400 a month for everybody kind of thing, or like $1,000 a
Yeah,
month
like
for everybody.
the freedom dividend. Like, all right, everybody gets,
Yeah.
and like if you go to prison, you're obviously not getting
Yeah.
your freedom dividend, but that's like incentive to
Yeah.
get out of prison is
then
like you make
and then
money.
of course
Oh.
you get it no matter what, but if you don't want it, you can always forego it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you right now, it would not work. 100% would not work.
Yeah.
I give it like 3 months, and all of a sudden people are like raising the rent by like 500 because they know people have that extra money now.
Oh yeah, inflation.
So there's a lot of places that don't have rent control.
That's true. That's
Same
an
same thing with
perspective.
groceries and goods. Same thing. Oh, you
'Cause
can afford
did
to pay
you-
an extra $1 for a gallon of milk.
Did you ever watch Joe Rogan's episode with Andrew Yang?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one was interesting, and I think there was times where Andrew Yang like he'd be talking, and then Joe Rogan would go, "Well, what about this?" And he goes, "What?" And he goes, "What about this?" And he starts explaining, and Joe Rogan's like, "No, not what I mean is this." And he goes, and then he repeats the same thing, and it's like pretty obvious he doesn't know what to say about that.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like we're getting political now. It's like Bernie Sanders and his free college thing. Of course, everybody's like, hell yeah, I don't want to have to pay for college. But where's that money going to come from? The college industry is literally like a freaking business. They make money off of charging people $40,000 a year for a degree. Like that is a whole industry.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So I think the reason why they're saying to do free college is because college hasn't always cost that much.
I know, but like the idea that all of a sudden it's free for everybody, like what's gonna happen? Like now the books are like freaking 10 grand a piece or something because that money's they're not gonna let that money go away.
Yeah.
No, like obviously if you talked to Bernie Sanders about it, he would explain how he would want to do it and stuff like that. But like,
yeah, he wants it to come from the rich people.
Well,
that's his answer to everything.
That's not what I mean. I mean, like, would he make it so that everything at the college is free, and then they would have like some stuff that they could charge for, or whatever? Like, I feel like I think there's certain things at a college you can definitely charge for, like dorms and stuff like that. Of course, like that's okay, right? But like, it's a little ridiculous that you pay $100 for a freaking book about calculus, like.
Yeah, everything is definitely, it's all priced to make money. I mean, even look at like you pay your monthly food card or whatever, and the food is definitely like super cheap for them to make and like mass produce, for a huge amount of people. They're making money off of everything.
Yeah.
I think a postgraduate degree is definitely something that shouldn't be free if they're trying to like have like a free bachelor's and then tuition free. But then, like you said, you got to pay for room and board. You got to pay for like extracurricular stuff. You got to pay for.
My question is, does that mean that like people who have that extra degree are just going to be like 10 times more valuable then? Like people are going to lose. They're not going to get the job because somebody applies and they have that postgraduate that they spent money on.
Yes. I mean, no.
Yeah.
Because the issue that people have right now is the reason why everyone is like trying to push free college is because so many jobs require a bachelor's like right out of the gate. Or a master's in some cases. Like, even like the IT job over at the courthouse, right? That one, I think like the entry level, you don't really need anything, but the next year up, that one you need a bachelor's, and it's like, sure, right, that sounds good and all, but like if that first position is never open because one guy took it and they don't want to get a degree to move up, then you're screwed.
Well, that's why I like the film industry is because you don't have to have a degree, but if you don't have a connection, like somebody or you're, Clint Eastwood's son or something like that, then you can't be a dumbass. Like you won't last long if you're a dumbass. You'll get weeded out pretty quick. So you're usually not dealing with stupid people.
Yeah, and
if you are, everybody's like, oh, it's that one producer's son from that one famous thing, like.
Yeah. I mean, it's really just a bunch of friends that just want to work together and like kind of figure it out and not
like so you see how we talk about movies and TV and stuff? Like that's what you do in your downtime. You shoot the shit about that stuff between scenes. Like you're just sitting there waiting for the next thing to happen. I love it, dude. It's such an environment, but you are there all day, so there is that, but
I've had a lot of people like compare it to like construction worker kind of vibe, and it can get without like that, I think. Yeah. It depends like, which department you're in especially. But like there is there was someone who told me that was like trying to tell me like, you know, it's not about I was asking them like what's the secret to like getting finance for your film? Like somebody to finance your stuff, especially when it's about like a cause. Like I had a film that I really wanted to make it was about a school shooting. And I was like, there's surely like there's people that would want to, you know, promote
Fun
this
that, yeah.
cause. And the guy's like, you know, you have to like really realize that a lot of the films that you know you have this big message that you feel like, you know, I bet the crew was so honored and so like serious about it. Like it's really not. Like they're all just trying to get in and get the shot, do the right thing, and they're all smoking cigarettes between those takes. They're not thinking about the fucking script. They're not thinking about the meaning of the thing or the meaning of the angle or the shot or the performance or anything like that. It all comes after, and you know they will love that. You know, oh my god, what did you mean by that? Please, you know.
So this is not me just giving my opinion. I have legit like listened to interviews, and people have talked about how they wrote a script and they kept getting shot down on it, even though, you know, and it turned out to be this big thing that, you know, like it was a huge project, and you know they broke out because of it. And a lot of times, one of the things that got that script approved was they added something to it that was either political or, you know, had to do with like LBGTQ. I can't even think of it.
LGBTQ.
Yes,
plus,
that all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like people
Yeah.
add stuff like that, and like they're just like, oh my gosh, it's so groundbreaking. You know, it's important to like promote that. So it's
Dude, I wonder-
interesting how it all works. I like
I
it. At the end
wonder
of the
if that's
day,
how. I wonder if that's how the new Star Wars trilogy finally got approved.
no, I think that was just. Is it Patty Jenkins? Is that her name? Is that the
Yeah.
who's the yeah? She wanted that
Really?
from what I've heard in interviews. Yeah, she was like, you know,
Yeah.
it's time for women to be more of a center point. So they
Yeah.
tried really hard, and
Yeah.
a lot of it just went nowhere. Like,
Yeah,
it's stupid.
especially, dude. I'm sorry. Okay, so once again, getting off topic, but the last
There's no
Jedi,
off
okay?
topic on this podcast. That's the whole
Yeah.
point.
Okay, last Jedi. So I think it was a good movie. It's just they kept shoehorning stuff in about like, you know, I guess I think a lot of it was like women's rights and stuff like that or whatever, or like something like that. Okay, something about women.
Mhm.
Okay, and I was like, you know what, like that's cool and all, but like at least make it like fit in, because I'll let you put that in the movie, but like don't take away from the actual story and the movie itself because you want to push that message, right? And one of the big ones was at the end when like Finn's right about to fly his ship into the big laser thing, right?
Yep.
That Rose chick comes in and hits him so that he doesn't hit the laser. And I was like, dude, that could have been a great moment. Because
Yeah,
if Finn had done that, it would have been a massive sacrifice. And instead, she's all, no, I'm not going to let you do that. And then she like passes out, and you're not sure if she's dead or not. And then she kisses him before she does that. And I'm like,
yeah.
what the heck just happened,
it was just
bro?
very strange. It felt so out of place.
Yeah,
So
like
out of
why did
left
that happen?
center. Yeah, I don't know, man. That trilogy, people still are like, oh, The Force Awakens. It was just A New Hope, like, you know, like repainted or whatever.
Yeah.
I agree. They definitely borrowed heavily from it, but I think J.J. Abrams knew what he was doing. He did the same thing with Star Trek. He brought this same style, plot formula and everything, and reintroduced it to a new generation. That was the whole point. And he did that very safely. And I would call it a success. I thought it was very good. If he had directed Last Jedi, I guarantee you that trilogy would have been a success.
Okay.
Mhm.
How about this? Controversial opinion, probably. Okay. Phantom Menace is guilty of the same thing.
I don't think so. Phantom Menace is so different.
Are you sure, though?
Yes. So Phantom
Okay,
Menace made
hey,
it all about
what happened-
politics.
What happens at the end of A New Hope, The Force Awakens, and The Phantom Menace?
So at the end of A New Hope, I mean, what? Ben Kenobi gets killed, but then like you get
Okay.
introduced to like Darth Vader. It's the whole point, like, you know.
Well, how about the Death Star blowing up? That was the big climax, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Force Awakens, what happens?
What is it? The planet killer, or is it the
It's a planet killer, yeah.
Star
Basically a
Destroyer, I
giant-
think. Or...
Some-
No, it's
I
called
c-
Star Killer.
Star Killer
Killer.
base?
Star Killer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gets blown up,
So,
yeah.
all right, and you get introduced to all the characters and stuff like that.
Mm.
The main one being Kylo Ren, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And Phantom Menace. Do you know what happens in that one at all? Do you guys even remember what happened in that movie?
It
Yeah,
was like a
Maul
early.
gets killed, right?
Well, no,
Maul gets
it's
killed.
but there's a big like base that gets blown up. But the base part of it is not so much a focus.
It's
Oh.
not quite the focus, but also
Like I said, they focus
Ju-
way more on the
just-
politics.
just like in, I don't know. We probably have to rewatch it before we can have a solid opinion on it. But in A New Hope,
Yeah.
Ben dies, right? And in Phantom Menace, Qui-Gon Jinn dies. So there's
Oh,
definitely
right.
parallels there. Okay, I think because George Lucas has already done A New Hope, he knew, okay, if I do it exactly the same, it's gonna feel really boring. So he tried to change stuff around. But I think it's the same thing. It's just you don't notice it as much in the Phantom Menace because, or it's the Phantom Menace, not a Phantom. Anyways, you don't notice as much because there's some stuff that's like switched around, so it doesn't feel exactly the same. It's not, beat for beat the same story. But he's a little guilty of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I never saw it that way, but I need to see Phantom Menace again. It's been, I think,
Dude.
6 years since I last saw it.
There's those scenes that you remember, and then the rest is just a bunch of political talk. Literally. It's so dry and boring.
Attack of the Clones is still the worst.
Yes, Attack of the Clones is still the worst, but it's because Attack of the Clones, I'm sorry, but Hayden Christensen he's not a good actor.
Dude, I don't think it's his
Yeah.
fault. The script is the part that sucks.
I don't like
Well, yeah,
Sand.
the
Yeah,
script
dude.
too, but I mean, like,
Well,
even
okay.
no, that's not fair because even freaking Ewan McGregor can still, I mean,
Yeah, but that's Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor's good in everything.
because he's a good actor.
Yeah.
He's a great actor, is what you should be saying. There's a difference between a good and a great actor.
He's a great actor.
Okay, like, I mean, okay, because I'll say Hayden Christensen, he's well, I don't think he's a bad actor, but I think he's an okay one. Okay, I'm
Sure.
not saying he was amazing. Okay, he wasn't bad in Revenge of the Sith in my opinion. Okay, but Attack of the Clones, when you're given a script that bad, unless you're a great actor, like we said, you can't do much with it. Okay, like another example is who's the guy that it's not Ian McKellen. Who's the guy that plays Chancellor Palpatine? Ian McDermott. Ian McDermott.
I don't know.
That guy is really good at what he does.
I don't remember him
of
from
course-
anything else.
Well, I don't think he's really in much else. I think he's kind of
He's European, right? I think he's in a lot of like
He's
foreign,
the-
like British stuff.
obviously he was in Star Wars. He was in Sleepy Hollow.
I've got something that you guys could both watch that's good. I just started it. And Chris, mom and dad are probably going to start watching it soon too. Fargo. Have you
The
watched
show?
that? Yeah.
I've heard that's actually really, really good.
So it's got a lot of good actors in it. And like Billy Bob Thornton plays like this guy who's like going around killing people, kind of like No Country for Old Men, that dude. He's kind of
Okay.
like that. But
Yeah.
he's like a super smart ass. Like he goes to this motel and he's like, how much for one room? And he's like, is it just you? He's like, well, what does that matter? And she's like, well, it's a different rate if you have, more than one person. Or if you have a pet, it's an extra $10. He's like, well, what if I have a goldfish? And he's just like, and she's like, what? He's like, if I have a goldfish, does that count as a pet? And she's like, no. And he's like, what about like this? And she's like, no, like it's like a dog or a cat, And he's just like, oh, well, just saying, like it's just,
Yeah.
And then like, it's just Billy Bob Thornton is like a badass in it. I definitely like his character.
Cool.
He's creepy at the same time. And then the guy who plays Bilbo Baggins in The Hobbit, he's like the main character. He's just like this nerdy dude who,
Wait,
like-
Bilbo Baggins?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. He's the main.
I think
So
he's
each
old.
season is a completely different story, but it all ties back to Fargo, North Dakota.
Okay.
So like, there's
No,
always
you-
something
no.
going on. They always talk about like guns being run and stuff like that. Like Fargo, North Dakota
Yeah.
is where all the crime happens in that part of the country.
Dude, no, you're thinking of Martin Freeman. Not Bilbo Baggins. He's a different guy.
In The Hobbit,
Oh, in The Hobbit. Wait,
Yeah.
he really played him in The Hobbit? Huh.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, but
I
he's
Yeah.
he's the main character of it, and
'Cause, dude, I
so
was gonna say
I'll
that-
give you like the beginning premise of it. It's so the first episode felt like a movie in its own. Like it ended, and I was like, that could have been a movie.
Wow.
Yeah, and apparently every episode's like that. But so it starts out, and you just learn that like the Bilbo Baggins guy, he's just a loser. Like the dude, like his wife is like, I wish I was married to a real man. You know, like he can't. The washing machine is making a bunch of noise like it's broken, and so he tries to fix it. He just messes it up more, you know.
Oh.
And she always talks about how his brother's like fixing everything, you know, and maybe she married the wrong brother. Like she's just mean, dude. And he works at a life insurance place, and he's like I can't remember what he's doing, but anyways, he's like walking back from lunch or something, and this guy from like high school that bullied him has his two kids. His two kids are just dummies, dude. Like no IQ whatsoever. And he's just like, yeah, this is the guy I used to beat up in high school, this and that, you know. And then he like scares him, and so he like turns to run and like slips and smashes his face right on the window and breaks his nose. And so then he's in the ER and he's talking, and Billy Bob Thornton's there, his creepy character, that dude. And he's like, what happened to your face? And he's like, oh, you know, like this guy. But one of the jokes was that the bully dude, he was like, yeah, he's like, I remember that chick you were dating in high school, like she gave me a tuggy or whatever one time. And he's like, yeah, I married her or whatever, you know. And so Billy Bob Thornton's talking to him, and he's like, yeah, well, you know, he said this guy, you know, and his two kids beat me up or whatever. And he's like, well, his kids kind of just watched. And he's like, you let him beat you up in front of his kids? Like, he's just like, it's just it's so embarrassing, dude. Billy Bob Thornton's just like, dude, like if Billy Bob Thornton, so he's telling him all this, right? And he's like, yeah, well, he had this thing with my wife in high school. And he's like, he slept with your wife? He's like, no, he was just like, she's got soft hands, this or like something stupid, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm really going like deep into this. There's probably people who are like clicking off of this. I don't care.
Yeah.
Fargo's a great show. But anyways, Billy Bob Thornton's like, well, dude, if this guy was doing this to me, I'd kill him. And he's just like,
Yeah.
what? And he's just like, you want me to kill him? And he's just like, but he doesn't say yes or no. So Billy Bob Thornton
But he's
kills
like
him.
intrigued.
Billy Bob Thornton goes and kills him, bro.
In that
Yeah,
same episode.
and that's how it starts. Yeah, that's basically like how it all starts. But that first episode gets even crazier than that. I was like, dude, this episode, I was like, this is insane, bro.
Dang. Okay.
It's so good, bro.
Dude, I was worried because the guy that played Bilbo Baggins in Lord of the Rings is like 90.
Yeah, it's
So
not
I
that
was
guy.
like,
It's the
wait a
younger
minute,
dude.
bro.
I understood you were confused, but
Yeah.
like, and this season was from like 2014. Like, it's been like they do like 2 years between each season or
Yeah.
something like that. But it's like True Detective, where like each season is a completely different story, different cast.
Sure.
The most recent one, Chris Rock is the main character. It's like old timey gangs or something. It looks really interesting.
Wait, so when does it take place?
All over the place. It's different time periods, but apparently it's all inspired by true stories. Like it starts out and says this is a true story, and then
Wow.
it happened in 2006. Names have been changed to protect those people, but in honor of the people who died, nothing else has been changed or whatever.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
No, that's that Netflix one, right?
Heard
The
of
one
it,
with
though.
James Franco first
That-
time. Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy.
dude. We
That
had to
one.
watch that for my film studies class, and dude, that movie is worth watching. 'Cause
Okay.
It's
Is that the
it's
Coen
what?
brothers made that?
I think so.
Yeah.
They're hit or miss.
Well, see, because it's I don't even know how much of it
'Cause
was
they-
like.
Didn't they
I
make?
think
I think they made No Country for Old Men,
They did.
um,
Yeah.
So
which that movie's good and then pisses you off at the same time because it
The-
just doesn't really have
the-
closure.
so the thing is, it's not like one movie. It's one of those movies where like
An
where-
anthology?
sort of, yeah, where it's like it's different
Stories all into one. Yeah.
yeah,
Anthology,
and
yeah.
so they're not really connected. They're in the same time period, both in like the Wild
Yeah.
West, right? The first one, it starts out and you're like, oh, this is gonna be like a musical, and it's not. But like, it's got like Quentin Tarantino levels of like that's messed up kind of stuff. Like I was
Ooh.
like, oh yeah, like of course, because there's like cowboy stuff, it's like dudes shooting each other and stuff like that. And some of the stories they have are a little weird, but like if you
Sometimes
watch
you-
it, you'll
I feel like these days you have to get weird a little bit in order to make something different.
yeah. But it's worth watching. I think it's probably one of the
Okay.
one of the only movies during that class that I actually liked. Like I said, have I told the story about like that one weird movie they made me watch?
Which one?
Dude, this movie I forgot what it was called, but the movie is entirely in black and white. And it first off, besides it being black and white, it's like a modern day movie. So like it was done for artistic purposes, okay?
Okay.
Which already sort of sets the tone for what kind of movie this is.
Yeah.
It's about some girl, and also I think it's entirely in Spanish. It's about some girl and like I think she or her friend gets pregnant and like they're maids for this
Roma?
family or something like that. Roma, yeah.
Yep.
And have you seen it?
Yep.
There's that one scene where the chick's boyfriend like comes out of the bathroom and he's got the shower rod and he's pretending to be a samurai and he's butt naked.
Yep.
Dude.
Yep.
And I was like, why am I watching this? I think I was like 17 too. So I was
In
like,
class? You're watching this in a classroom?
no, because it was for college. So it was one of my online classes.
Okay.
And so
okay.
the last thing I wanted was for my parents to come to my room while I was watching this freaking movie.
And it's just
And this dude's dancing
man.
naked. Could you imagine if that happened to me,
Yeah.
dude? So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna watch this. And dude, I think there's even like a scene where they literally it's just this shot, this close-up shot of this car running over a dog turd. Like
Yep.
I was like, what the heck is this freaking movie, dude?
What's it called?
Yeah.
So
Roma.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Netflix
so,
actually did that one. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a weird movie.
Did you guys
It's
watch
very indulgent.
Manchester by the Sea? Did you watch that one?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
one of the most depressing movies I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Is that
Pretty sad.
the no, it's not. Okay.
That dude, the
Yeah, no,
music
that's not.
drove me in. I could not stand the score in that movie. The violin music, I was just like, bro,
Yeah.
this
Did
is
you
like
watch,
giving me anxiety. It's so like in your face.
Did you watch Her?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
That's
think
a really good movie.
I think that was one of the things that made Joaquin Phoenix kind of it elevated him.
Yeah,
Another
he was
level.
relevant after that movie. Because dude, that movie
was messed up.
That's a sad movie, dude.
I mean, it's been out for a while. Can we talk about it? I feel like we
I
can talk
don't,
about it.
I don't know. I don't want to get too deep into the plot because I feel like I know like
The
it's-
ending
it's
though,
been
dude,
a
you're just
while.
like, why didn't I think of
Yeah.
that? You know, you're just like, bro,
Yeah.
it makes so much sense. Like,
Yeah, but dude, that's the thing. It does kind of hit close to home because like that could be a thing soon.
that was a who directed that one?
Spike Jones.
Which is the same guy who like wasn't he a part of like Jackass and stuff like that? He's a really interesting dude.
I think so. He was
Yeah.
doing a lot of like
He's-
music videos, skateboard stuff.
He's a really interesting like he's made a name for himself, but at the same time, like I feel like certain people just don't take him that
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of like Kevin Smith. Whereas like Kevin Smith has
Okay.
made some weird ass stuff, but he's also made some pretty decent stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Freaking,
I still never
Kevin
seen
Smith.
Dogma.
I'm still
Dogma,
mad
no,
about
I haven't
Tusk,
seen-
dude. Have you seen Tusk?
Tusk, no, but I know about
Screw
it.
that
the guy
movie,
who turns
dude.
It's-
into a walrus, right?
Okay,
That's so.
That-
oh my god.
that is like Life of Luxury, where it's like meant to be like over the top ridiculous, but like they take it seriously. You know what
Well,
I mean?
the thing is, I don't dislike that movie because it's weird. I dislike that movie because
It grosses
like,
you out.
it's gross, dude.
I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I've seen worse. I've seen way worse.
I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry, but the scream, like when he's like being tortured by that dude is like burned into my brain, dude. It's so.
Have you seen The Thing?
unnerving. The Thing?
Yeah, John Carpenter.
Which one? The original?
Not well. It's a remake of like an old
Oh,
movie.
oh,
So it's I'm the
no.
one with Kurt Russell. That is probably my favorite horror movie.
yeah, but that one's different because I've heard like that's one with the special effects where like the chicks like or
It's
is it-
It's all
beard,
practical.
but the arms get like
Yeah.
bitten off or whatever.
Yeah, like
but
there's
that's different.
yeah, but there's certain scenes in that movie that like the sounds and images are like imprinted in my brain because like when I first watched it, I think I was like 17 and I was just like,
Mm.
Have you ever watched? The Mist did that to me too, where I was like, I'm not an adult yet, but like I'm getting older, like I should be able to watch rated R movie, like I don't know if that makes sense. And like I'm watching this movie and I'm just like, I feel like I shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah.
Like this is a
movie is
messed up
fun.
movie.
I thought The Mist was that movie that like
So
got crapped on because it was just bad special effects, right?
The Mist I think is a pretty underrated Stephen King movie because the ending kind of pissed people off because I think it's different than the book. And like honestly I don't care about spoiling this because that's all anybody talks about with this movie is the twist at the end. So the twist at the end is that they make it out of this grocery store that they're trapped in because the fog's out there. They go out there. There's these monsters that are killing everybody, right? And so it's the main dude, his son, this chick that he kind of has feelings for that he kind of met in this grocery store, and then it's like the two old couple, or it's an old couple, like this old guy and this old woman that they also kind of have like a thing. And they make it out because the store gets kind of like overrun by these creatures, so they just make a run for it and they make it to a car. So they start driving away, right? Well, they run out of gas. And they're like, we're screwed, like, what are we going to do? We're either going to sit here and starve to death, like, we can't go outside. The monsters will kill us. Well, he's like, well, I have a gun, but he only has enough bullets to kill, like, there's 5 of them and he only has 4 bullets. So the main dude is like, you know what? Like, I'll do it. And so he kills his kid, kills the chick, kills the 2 old people. And then he's sitting there and he's just like, fuck, and he's like pulling the trigger and it won't kill him, because no more bullets. And so he gets out and he's like, come get me, like the monsters to come get him. And the fog clears and the military shows up. So he killed them for no reason. Literally last second before they were about to be saved. Just kills his kid, kills all the people in the car. And so he's just like, it stops and it zooms out and you see the fog clearing and like this huge convoy of military tanks and stuff pulling up. And he's just like, no, like freaking out. Like, like it's like, it is such it hits you so hard. Like, bro, like that you almost are like, screw this movie, dude. Yeah. It was that level. And I think it's based off a short story. And I think the short story isn't that in depth. Like, with the story just doesn't get that like in detail and develop the characters, but there is some practical and CGI effects in that like legit grossed me out. Like, they go into this pharmacy and there's these like spiders that shoot like acid web, so they shoot web at this one dude's face and his face starts melting off. And I was like 15 or 16 at the time, and I was like, I turned it off because I was like, I don't think I should be watching this. Like, if my mom walked in, she'd be like, what the But I ended up finishing it. Like, it legit like shocked me how like all of a sudden it just got super gory out of nowhere.
I can't think of a movie that's grossed me out, but like a real movie, not Tusk, because that doesn't count. But a movie that like was so like, I guess, vivid in its gore that it's made me like freak out. I can't think of a movie that's actually done that.
I will say that the first time you watch it will kind of like I think it's because your imagination is like, bro, like, where is this going? Like, how more screwed up is this gonna get? Because like basically this alien rips you apart to like break you down cell by cell and replicate you to turn into the same thing. So it does it to people, it does it to like dogs, it does, it shows up at the beginning of the movie as a dog.
Oh.
Yeah. And then so like they put this dog in with the other dogs and it just like splits apart and starts like grabbing a dog and like turning into that dog. And Kurt Russell shows up and he's like, what the fuck is that? And they just like blow it up with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
It's so
There's
good,
a lot
dude.
Of those.
So good, dude. I love that movie.
No, I have one movie that's a little like
burn it. He just says burn it.
Genie, have you seen Overlord?
That was a decent movie.
I know of it though, yeah. With the zombies and stuff. The Nazi zombies, essentially.
Wasted potential.
So that's the thing. So that movie, it was, at least when I was told about it, I was still working at Harkins. So I was working at the movie theater, okay? And I saw the poster for it. And I was like, what the heck is that? And so I let Danny know. And I was like, hey, like, have you heard of this movie called Overlord? I think J.J. Abrams, it was J.J. Abrams, right?
He produced it, I think.
Yeah. But bottom line is like,
Bad robot film.
J.J. Abrams was involved, okay? And he's like, yeah, it's supposed to be like a Nazi zombies movie, and I was like, what? And so I don't think I ever saw it until like maybe 2 years after it came out, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so sick. And it wasn't Nazi zombies, but I think it was still a really good movie.
Yeah, it was still good. I just felt like it kind of fizzled out towards the end.
Yeah.
It's more of like, did you ever play Wolfenstein?
Yeah, it definitely gives you. It
No.
definitely gives you
It's
Wolfenstein vibes.
it's
Yeah.
like Wolfenstein the Old Blood, because in the Old Blood, there's a certain point where you get to a village and there's zombies.
I don't
And
think
it's
I
like,
got to that
it's
point.
dude, you need to. I was, when it happened to me, I was like,
Okay.
what the heck is going on? And like the thing is, they took inspiration from like Call of Duty zombies, or that's just how it is in like the, I guess, sci-fi zombie kind of thing. But their eyes are glowing orange, just like in Nazi zombies. And
Okay.
I was like, what is happening? I was like, is this an Easter egg or something? Like, what did I just stumble upon? But
Yeah.
it's like that, where it's like you feel like, oh, this is some like experiment crap, and it's like really, it gets deep. But there's a part, bro, where this chick is just like barely even a person. That's how like torn apart she is, and she's all help me, but like in French. And I was like, oh my god, what am I watching? But other than that, like, not really much else I can think of that's truly like, ooh, what am I?
I'm
This is
trying to
gross. I
think
don't
of
wanna
like
watch this.
other gory movies. Genie, did you watch The Void?
The Void.
Wait.
That's
It was kind of
is
like
that Gaspar? No.
I don't know who made it, but it was good
Oh,
until
that's
the
Enter the
end.
Void. I'm sorry. The Void.
Yeah,
The
no.
Void. Yeah.
It's like this
I
hospital and a
did
cult
see
shows
that.
up, and then like all of a sudden it gets like kind of thing status where like people start turning
Yeah.
to like weird
I saw
creature.
that
It's body
once, and
horror.
I like
That's
immediately forgot about it. But
yeah,
yeah, I've seen
that's
it.
that
Yeah.
genre. It's like body horror.
There's this really like the 80s and the 90s have some incredible stuff, but like it's very like there was like a time when people like consider that to be like really artsy. So like there's this one called Videodrome. Have you guys heard of that one?
I've heard of
No.
it, but I don't know what the premise is.
It's got like the imagery of it is like really cool, but it's like this guy that does pirated like I don't know, he's like producing pornography, but it's pirated versions of it. And he's like essentially there's this videotape. It's kind of got the same concept as The Ring, where it's like this videotape
Mhm.
called Videodrome. You put it in, and it essentially sucks you in, and you becomes a part of you. And he starts turning into like his hand goes away and shit like that, and like he becomes like part of this. Yeah, he doesn't become like a videotape, but like it's
Uh,
very body horror, and it's very like
uh,
anti like the TV. It was like a message on like TVs are overtaking the world, but we're getting sucked into it. You know what I mean? It's like anti like technology and media.
yeah.
There's another one called Crash about a couple, like not a couple, but like something about this obsession with people in car accidents, and to the point where it becomes like a sexual turn on, and it's like very like
What the heck?
yeah, it's very,
What
but
the-
that's like apparently very critically revered to be like one of the like most original thinking sci-fi whatever the fuck.
That's an interesting turn, no pun intended.
Yeah. What I don't get is like human centipede type shit, like I
It's
don't there's no like
no.
it is
That-
just
no-
meant.
I-
That's
I-
literally just meant to be like over the top nasty.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it, but like just the concept of it. I think you explained it to me when I was
Yeah.
like maybe 10, and I was like, what the like
South
yeah.
Park. When South Park made fun of it, dude, it was so funny, bro.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Human
The
Cent
cuttlefish
iPad,
or the
yeah.
vanilla pudding.
The Human Cent iPad. It was like if you sign the agreement, like everybody was just like reading it, and like
It's
they
like the Apple terms
yeah,
and conditions.
and
or
it was
whatever.
like what's in the agreement, like people are not seeing, like you're agreeing
Yeah.
to something that you shouldn't. And so like he gets an iPad and he agrees to the terms, and they're like, all right, man, we're here to get you. And he's like, what? He's like, oh yeah, it says right here that you agree to have your mouth sewn onto the butthole of another person.
Oh man. What's so weird about that director specifically is that so like there's people out there who obsess over Human Centipede who are like, like, oh yeah, dude, it's like I've never heard once of anyone saying it's got like artistic merit, but like, people who are just like, I love gore, dude. Yeah, like kill bodies, yeah, blood, whatever. Like I don't get those people, but like there's people who are obsessed over that. And this guy, Tom Six, I don't know if that's his real name,
Yeah,
but that's the guy who
that's what he
directed
goes by.
those.
Yeah.
And I never realized because I was like looking him up. I was like, what the fuck is this guy's deal? And I find his website, and he has these things called Tom Six's poop paint farts or something like that, where it's these finger painted arts that say, it's by Tom Six. It's finger painted. It's terribly drawn. It's called like fart paintings or something like that. And it's just the dumbest things you ever seen. Like Spider-Man loses a kidney. And it's like Spider-Man standing there with like zone over like lost a kidney, or like Wonder Woman loses a leg. It's
What
like,
the hell?
What the heck,
what is that?
bro?
But then it's like by Tom Six, and it's like $60 per little canvas that you just like you can say
But
you have
wait,
it.
but I'm confused though. So what is the part that has to do with poop?
I don't know,
Is
because
it
like
just that he's
the
into
whole
poop or what?
I don't
yeah,
know.
because it's like that was the whole gimmick of like Human Centipede afterwards. It's like what's gonna happen? Like so their butts are sewn to their butts, their mouths are sewn to their butts. What happens when they poop? And then like Human Centipede
Yeah.
2 just kind of takes that up a notch because like a crazy guy, goes in and
Yeah. So
laxative. Anyway.
yeah, it just tries
no!
to get more and more gross, and then like I think the third
Yep.
one, because I remember seeing like somebody reacting like who the hell is watching these movies to the point where this guy is still
Yeah.
making them? Like he made like the final
Yeah.
sequence, and it was like it's like what the guy the machete guy Danny
Danny
Trejo.
Trejo,
Yeah, he's in it. Like they like the budget was obviously higher, but
Yeah.
they do it to a prison. Like the whole prison, all the prison inmates get their butts sewn to each other's mouths. Like there's a huge
I
line of
haven't
them.
seen it.
I haven't
Wait,
either,
so-
but I saw
so
somebody
I-
react to the trailer.
I don't understand. So
I haven't
is it
seen
a
any
line
of
or is it
them.
a circle?
It's a line.
It's
It's a
like-
line?
It's not a
it's
loop.
like
no.
yeah.
Okay, I was gonna
So,
say
like,
It's
the
supposed to be
first
like a
one-
centipede.
I've seen
I
the
don't know-
first and second ones.
I don't know what's
pretty
worse.
I think I saw
man.
part of the first one when I was on the boat. Because on
Oh,
the boat,
okay.
movies would just come on because they were on this hard drive that somebody like put a bunch of movies on, and so like the whole freaking boat just has a Human Centipede playing.
Oh my god!
Like people were like,
trying to eat lunch. You're all, oh
yeah,
my
everybody was
God.
like trying to eat, and so he's like, somebody please change this fucking TV. Like,
That's so awkward. It's one of those things where
Dude.
like I was, yeah.
you know what came on one time was Slugs. You ever seen that movie? It's this
No.
movie. It was actually kind of entertaining. It's this movie because it took itself seriously, where there are
From
these like
1988?
yeah, there's these flesh-eating slugs that are like taking over a town. Like they're literally like just like a bunch of them will like there's like there's a scene where like there's a couple like doing it, and all of a sudden like the woman starts screaming, and there's just slugs surrounding the bed like coming up, and they literally eat them alive.
All I
Like
see
it's
is
done like definitely had like a big ass budget and everything, and like
all I
Just
see are
the
two
creeps.
More
stills
body
of
horror.
the actual movie. I
but
see one where it's this dude drinking he's trying to drink like alcohol, and there's a slug in his glass, and he doesn't realize it. He's all right.
it comes out
and
his
then-
eyeball.
Well, and then the next still is him with blood all over his mouth and in his cup.
Yeah,
He's
it
like,
like
"Oh!"
he's at like like yeah, there's like all these like crazy scenes. Like there's one where like the dude's at like a restaurant, and he eats one or whatever, or like he swallows one, and it like comes out his freaking eyeball, dude.
Oh,
It's
I
like
s-
eating it
actually,
from
I
the
see that
inside.
I see that scene.
Yeah,
That
it was
is- yeah.
definitely like a holy crap. Like
Oh.
That's gross, but
yeah, it was, but it like I said, everybody on the boat was like, "What the hell is this movie?" Like they were like actually intrigued by it. Like it was entertaining.
Interesting.
Like it must have been one of those movies that flew under the radar
what
back then.
what is a movie that you absolutely like despise?
Like I just can't watch it again.
Like as in like one, you can't watch it again, and two, when someone brings it up, you just get like mad.
I gotta think for a second because usually I put those out of my brain.
Yeah,
'Cause
same.
Me, it's still definitely Tusk.
Tusk.
I freaking hate that movie so much.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty picky with stuff. Like if I know that it's like something that I'm not gonna like, I won't watch it.
Dude, I did really. This movie just came out, and it's called Minari. It's a Korean film. Have you guys heard about it? Steven Yeun's in it. The guy from Walking Dead. He plays Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Oh, I heard
Okay.
about it.
Yeah. So like
How is it?
everyone's
How is it
saying
spelled? Oh wait, no, it's
Minari. Yeah. I did not like Minari. I thought it was just so.
What didn't you like about it?
It's
Oh,
just so cheesy. What were you saying?
the movie that pissed me off the most, that I still to this day, I'm like, why? I think there's a documentary about like the guy making it and like how like he like it's Only God Forgives.
Oh
You seen that? The Ryan Gosling one?
I haven't seen it, but I know of it. Yeah.
Dude, it was like
Nicholas Winding
right,
Refn.
yeah, right after Drive came out, you know,
Oh,
and like everybody was hyping up like, oh, dude, maybe it'll be like Drive, you know, it'll be like the same way where it's like synthy and like badass.
Yeah.
And Ryan Gosling just gets his ass beat the whole movie.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you literally took this badass like character because the actor did it really well playing a badass, and you make him a pussy, dude. Like it was so annoying, bro. Like my wife liked it more than I did.
Dude,
But the
and-
symbolism I hated because it had to do with like maybe his mom. Like it's very implied that the mom did stuff to him as a kid, and like there's a scene where the mom is dead. Like somebody kills the mom because the mom is like a mafia boss, and he just like walks up and he sticks his hand in her guts and is like messing with him, and it's like, bro, what the hell is this? What am I watching?
Well, because I remember, I vividly remember you showing me the trailer for this movie.
And I was like,
And-
dude, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, and I remember like seeing like the neon lights behind him. That I was like, oh yeah, it's like Drive.
Yeah,
And then-
if I made a movie, I would want it to like have that same look, but definitely
the
not
same
those
aesthetic, yeah.
not those long awkward pauses during the dialogue and stuff. There was
Yeah.
a show he made, Too Old to Die Young, I think. It's like Miles Teller is a cop in LA.
Yeah.
Dude, there was 3
Didn't see
episodes.
it, but yeah.
There was 3 episodes in there that I will watch with you, Genie Boy, that were gold. I was like, this reminds me of Drive. I love it.
Really?
And the rest of the
Okay.
show will piss you off because it's super weird. The pacing's weird.
No.
The last episode takes a 180. It's only a half hour long. All the other episodes are like an hour to an hour and a half. This last episode, I'll go ahead and tell you because I don't care. It pissed me off after those 3 episodes. I think it was like episode 3 through 5 because the first episode centers on Miles Teller and him getting into the situation that he is. The second episode focuses on the cartel, and it's just a weird like trip fest. Like it's literally like just there's like long drawn out scenes where they're like dancing in a club doing cocaine. Like it's just like boring as hell. Like get on with the plot already. Like this is just
Yeah.
this is like visual porn or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
obviously. And because like it, you know, they got the lights and all the aesthetic and everything,
Yeah.
but just like the music is and then it just all of a sudden it changes. And for these 3 episodes, it feels like it could be its own movie with Miles Teller. Like he goes after this dude. He comes to Albuquerque to kill these 2 brothers who do these like they call them like rape films or something like that. Like it's really messed up. It's like dark web stuff. And so he goes out there to kill because like basically he starts doing these jobs for this guy. Like he becomes like a dirty cop. He starts killing people. That are doing really messed up stuff. So there's this huge episode where he goes out there, he gets into a chase in a Mustang again, just like Drive, you know, like I'm like, dude, I love this, man. Like the
Yeah.
music style, everything was just there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like after that, it just changes back to like just being boring, stupid conversations. What's it called? Miles Teller gets killed off like 2 episodes before the end, and then it's focusing literally on nobody you care about. And then the last episode, it turns out the chick that's been telling him to do everything is a demon.
What the-
Out of nowhere. And I literally just turned it off. I was like, I'm not watching this last episode. It's literally, I refused to watch it. It pissed me off so much.
That's weird. Demon.
So yeah, you mentioned music choice. I just want to ask something really quick, bro. Did you start using some of the songs I use on my freaking TikToks?
So I had seen one of them you used, and I was like, yeah, I've heard that one. And like, I will try to take a song that hasn't been used much. And so if people click on your song, they'll see our videos because our videos
Yeah.
have the most views with them. So that's literally all I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, and because dude,
It's the same type of music I've been using.
yeah, and there's a couple songs where I was like, oh, I freaking love this, and then like I heard it in one of your TikToks, and I was like, wait a minute, I was like, I just
Yeah.
heard this song. I was like, wait, I was like, nice. So yeah, I wanted to clear that up because I
Yeah.
was like, that's
Yeah,
a good way
no,
to share
and I
some
mean,
songs, bro.
look at the songs
Dude.
I use because I use a lot of stuff like that.
Well, that's the thing. So I want to use new songs because one, getting songs out there that no one's heard before, it makes people go, hey, what song is this, right?
And they click that.
Especially if you're the,
they-
yeah.
They click that sound, and there you are. You're at the top.
Yeah, and also like, it's a good way to share music, dude. Because like, if you get people to like click on that song and they check it out, and they're like, man, this is a good style, and then like they hear another song and one of your TikToks are like, this guy has pretty good music choice. Then like it introduces them to that whole new genre.
I'll use one Metallica song, and then like a tenth of the comments are just like, I didn't know you liked Metallica. Right on, dude. Like stuff like that. But you did that? You commented that?
I probably would do that though.
But
I saw that.
like it's funny. Like people like my music taste is all over the place, so it's just funny when people notice that.
The one that I
comment because I didn't want to be that guy, but like now I know it. Yeah, okay. We're on the same page.
There's one artist that I consistently use, and it's Dirty Art Club, and it's because that stuff, it's like it's not quite lo-fi, but it's definitely more of like ambient music.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put like a decent background song without it being too overpowering.
I had because I like doing the skits, but I feel like I'm just getting like burnt out on doing like the same style. So I wanted to do something different. Tell me if you guys think this would like, if you would think it's funny. I was gonna do where it's like me with the beanie on, sunglasses, and it's like other streamers when they use copyright music, and he's like listening to rap, and then it's like me, and like it's like fuck it, everybody else is using the music. Fuck a DMCA strike, I'm gonna use whatever I want, screw the copyright claim, and like I start playing like Renaissance by Home, and all of a sudden it just shows like the thing pop up was like, sorry, the you can't view this page unless you have a time machine or whatever because you got banned, like you got taken down.
Oh, dude, you can use their music, by the way, right?
Yeah, I know there's some that I can use. Yeah, I was just figuring that out. Yeah,
Home you can use because I saw Swagger Souls using it, and I was like,
well, that is not
permission. I think
some people actually reach out and get permission to use certain artists,
get permission, which I'm sure you could easily do. So, especially with Home, because
his music's awesome. I want Delora to be able to use his music too.
Contact him on Twitter, bro. He will definitely
just be like, "Hey, yo, Delora, can I use your music?"
He responded to me one time, bro.
Really?
Yeah, because I tweeted and I was like, "Hey, man, put your music on Spotify," and then he freaking did, and he told me he's like, "It's on Spotify now." And then that's why I showed you that one tweet where he was talking about. He's like, "Check out the new studio. It's a laptop with like his cup holder and a bunch of cigarettes."
Yeah, yeah. Like, no, I'm gonna tweet at him after this. I'm gonna tweet at him, and be like, "Yo, dude, I really dig your music. Can I use it in my? Can I listen to it in my streams and stuff?"
So freaking good, dude. And I introduced you to him, bro.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I get credit for that. I'm just saying, because I love his music, dude.
But
dang.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. But what'd you think of that one with me and the Doraphone?
I don't think I watched that one yet.
The Doraphone?
You didn't see it? Someone said thoughts on Doraphone. You gotta watch it.
I'll watch it after this. But do you guys think that would be funny? If like it's just like Renaissance starts playing out, I'm just like screw DMCA takedown, all this stuff, and then all of a sudden it just pops up. It says like that I got banned,
Yeah, you should incorporate that no thing again. Like I feel like that's just so funny. The way you.
Oh, you want me to do more of those? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
If you ended it like that and cut it off. I'm
trying to figure out like different ways to still do like the you lost a follower thing, because like the stairs one, it didn't do as well. Dude, that first one got like almost I think it got like 5 million views, dude.
Yeah,
I have
hilarious.
An idea. If that glitch ever happens again where you have 0 followers on your page, then you do it.
Well, yeah, that would be funny too. But I mean, like different like situations where I do it. Like, what do I do? Is it like I'm getting a bowl of cereal and I drop the bowl and it breaks or something? Or
Oh,
Uh,
see, my first instinct is to like have the camera guy like try to stop you from like, hurting yourself or like dying or something like that. Because you're like, I lost the floor. I can't take this anymore.
I want to do one in the car where like I start going like this with the
Yeah.
car. And she's like, babe,
Yeah.
stop! No!
dude, no, because you'll probably get like. Well, actually, I don't know.
I'm not doing anything. Like,
well, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how TikTok works. I've barely been on there. I don't know.
Do you like edit it really like funny? And
Yeah.
you have like little men go like, "Go faster, Dada!"
Yeah, like, something like that.
No, it's just one phone. I can't take it. It's over for me.
No, I can't go that far with it.
Oh no, dude! And then you just like
Have a
cut
bunch
to
of
like
wet
a
pads and shit.
like a.
I thought about
car,
doing like
going into a river.
I thought about doing where like, but my wife was like, no, it's gonna get taken down. But like, what if I'm in the shower and she tells me, and I'm like, no, and then I like slip and eat shit, like, you know?
Oh, yeah, because that's dangerous. Actually, yeah, you're right.
I don't know. It's such a pain when like you put time and effort into something, it just gets taken down. Genie knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Genie just posted on Instagram instead.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause I noticed
now
that.
I've
yeah,
learned my
you should post it
lesson.
on YouTube
Yeah.
Shorts too, man.
That's
You think
well,
so?
actually,
Okay.
will you get in
Yeah.
trouble for bullying? Because
YouTube
if-
Shorts is nowhere near as strict.
Hmm.
They told me it was bullying, and I guess like I can kind of on one of them I got called out for bullying, and I was like, okay, I maybe, but I
That's the
wasn't
thing, though.
even that. I was nice because I swiped
word-
right.
The word bullying, I think, is tossed around way too lightly because it's when it's repetitive. I think, right? There's between being like,
Dude, I've literally seen like comments get reported. It's like, "What's up, poop stain?" and they freaking report it for bullying. Like, it's so stupid, man.
Mm.
yeah. Meanwhile, I legit had a video where I called somebody an idiot. I'm fine. Like, but
now
you-
name calling helps.
What happened was I accidentally forgot about it.
Those aren't edible anymore?
This-
They're like these pretzel hot dog things from Costco. I guess you let.
forgot
Ah, it's
about
hot,
it.
dude.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
gonna let
Pig
it.
in a blanket.
forgot about it.
It's a pretzel.
It's a pig in a blanket.
Yes, but it's pretzel. It's so much better.
You're a pretzel.
She burnt that one. Is it hard as a rock? Oh.
Not inside.
Okay, come on. You're grossing me out.
Uh,
Wait, is it bacon too?
No, that is just literally burnt hot dog.
Oh.
Luckily,
how is it?
It doesn't taste like a pretzel.
Tastes
Told
like
you.
one when you warm it up in the microwave.
It tastes like a
You
croissant.
gotta put some
not.
salt on there, bro.
You put it in the oven. That's fine.
It said to make it crispier that way.
Pretzel.
Dude, do you remember when they had the deep fried Twinkies?
No.
You don't remember those? Where you could legit put them in the oven?
I'm
Bro, those were
disappointed.
so good. They were good, dude.
Good.
Here, you take it. I don't want it. I'm not wasting my calories on this
Oh, he means about
disappointment.
the pig in
Well,
the
I
blanket.
told
Okay.
you not to do it in the oven.
Oh.
Enjoy.
No, sir.
Yeah,
Dude,
it
I wish-
sucks.
I wish Little Caesars did like smaller pizzas you could get.
Thank you for doing that, though, even though I didn't eat it. Sorry.
Could you imagine if they had like a personal pizza you could get from Little Caesars?
They have like lunch specials for like deep dish stuff. It was like $5 or $6, and you get like
2 slices and a
Four-
soda.
or
Oh,
I
they do
thought it was
that?
4. I got 4 slices and a soda.
Maybe.
Well,
Dude, that
yeah.
is a lot, dude.
Because
Because
for the
2
deep
pieces.
dish, yeah.
2 pieces of deep dish feels like a brick in your stomach. Like you're full.
Yeah.
I'm sad because I got Little Caesars and I just got a regular pizza and it sucked.
Oh,
I was like,
How
I can't.
so?
Like as in there was like no flavor compared to like when I got the pretzel crust, and I'm like, dude, did I make a mistake? Like, did I like ruin my taste buds for Little Caesars? Because now it's like my standards are up a little bit.
I don't know.
I'm
The
like-
extra most best stuffed crust is still pretty damn good, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I didn't even get a stuffed crust. I got like regular crust.
You can't do regular crust.
Yeah.
Once you
it
do
wasn't-
regular stuffed crust, you can't go back, dude. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. What about, dude? Pizza Hut is sad.
That's just is, huh?
Like Pizza Hut is sad.
Dude, I'm
How
telling
so?
you, something changed, bro. And they're just like, it literally tastes like I took a frozen pizza out of the freaking freezer and cooked it in like a
Oh,
fancy
Dude,
oven.
Well, not to mention, like, if you get pizza from Pizza Hut,
DiGiorno's better.
it's not even that, dude. It's freaking greasy. It's like
that's true.
there's so much oil there that like
Yeah.
America.
Damn, his camera doesn't even like it. His camera froze.
I heard
His face.
America-
He
America,
froze like
yeah.
at peak pissed off Chris. Like he's probably gonna text me right now and be like, his internet went out.
he
Oh,
started
man.
yelling
was-
about
he-
the American
yeah.
standard for
He-
pizza.
He was not happy. All right, hang on. Let's see.
Yeah, let's get him back. Yeah. Let's hear it.
You know what? Energy's gone, bro. Because freaking all I know is I don't know if it's my freaking router or if it's I don't know if it's Spectrum. I don't know what it is. Okay, I am hooked in through Ethernet, and it still does this like every day.
So
It's routine at this point.
that was happening to me, and somebody came out and they said that the signal that is being sent from the internet provider, from your modem to your router, is too big, and so when it spikes, it causes the whole signal to just drop. So it might need to be tuned.
Mm.
It's a pain in the
You know
ass.
what? I'm mad because apparently Dad, I think he was paying for 400 megabit per second, and I checked the other day, we were getting 100.
Yeah, I mean, I get 1.2 gigabytes. Gigabytes?
Oh.
Gigabit.
And I get like
I envy
700,
that.
800.
Well,
I just
it's
want
ironic
I
because
just want faster upload speed. I don't give a damn about the download at this point. 500's enough.
Well, I want a connection that's freaking stable. It happens
Dude, I have-
literally. It's once a day.
I want 100 upload.
I have 25 download and 5 upload.
How do you stream, bro?
That's my max.
Your
We
bitrate
talked
is
about
literally
this already.
maxed at 5K, yeah.
Yeah, we said
Yeah.
he needs to get like a hotspot, bro.
But they're
Yeah.
so expensive.
Dude, why are
Yeah.
people? I was checking TikTok while Discord was reconnecting. Did you tag me in a video or something?
Me?
No, Danny.
Alright.
No?
People keep tagging me in a video.
I mean, there was one that I did a while back, like not too long ago, where I said that you were my brother, and I was like, the question you should be asking is, am I your dad?
Mhm.
It's
But
it's the never mind. I know what it is. Never mind.
I mean, I just posted one today and it's popping off, and it was people asking again, like, what's little man's name? And I said
Yeah,
that we're not
that's what
saying
is.
it, but I said, I will tell you this, that Danny's not my real name. And they're like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because people were tagging me. They were like, "Does that mean that Chris's real name isn't Chris?" And I'm like, "Dude,
Don't tell him. Let him wonder.
no, dude." Because I like legit, I've showed my name tag, like, on TikTok before.
So they know your name's Chris. Yeah, but they're just mind blown.
Yeah,
They're like, they're all
Well-
trying to guess my name. They're like, it's Demetrius.
that's why. That's why. That's the thing. It's like the lore is confusing, so people have reasons to ask questions and stuff.
Take
I think
advantage
it's
of
funny. Yeah, well, I know, but the thing I worry about is I don't want to post about you too much because I feel like that's me taking advantage of you, and I don't like that.
it. You're not taking advantage of me. Like I said, so Genie, our sister, decided to stop posting for a while because I guess she didn't like the stuff that she posts about herself. Like people just want to like ask questions about me or stuff like that, and like it pissed her off to the point where
Sure.
she's like, I'm just gonna like not do it. So that's kind of
Aw,
crappy. But
Yeah,
like I said, it's all about the way you go about it.
that's sad. Yeah.
So the way she explained it, because I called her the day after because I didn't know what had happened. She told me that she wants to be able to put her name out there.
Yes, I understand that, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and if she does that, that could cause issues.
Yeah.
And I told her that
Yes. Yeah, and
stuff that has to do with little
Which-
man.
which you know what I don't understand? Why is it that people like found out about me so quickly? Is it because I'm in the chat and in the stream a lot?
You
'Cause
were
I went to,
you were
like-
in those videos when I came to visit.
I didn't have TikTok back then, dude. And even then, that was a
You don't
long
have
time
to.
ago.
As soon as you come on TikTok, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's his brother," because they remember. All it takes is like 5 people to like recognize you from that video, and they say, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
his brother," and then everybody starts questioning, "Wait, is that really his brother?"
Yeah,
And
which,
it's a chain
by the way,
reaction.
I love when I still get questions about it because it's like, dude, like really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought about
no.
doing one today where I was gonna be like, "Dude, are you freaking kidding me, man? Like, look, we do a podcast together. There's his face right next to mine. Like, what
Yeah.
more do you need?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Do I
my
have to
thing is,
hold your hand?"
Hold up. Time that I post now, people are like, "You're so mad, lol," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, because I don't like being called a liar." I don't know.
I think you gotta run with it, man. You just gotta joke about
Yeah.
it. That's what I do. Every time I get
It'll
trolled, I
be a
just
thing
turn
of
it
the
into a
past.
joke.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just I feel if I make a joke about the same thing over and over again, it gets tiring.
I mean, and not just that though. Like today, like somebody asked her, like, "Do you play Fortnite a lot on your stream?" And I was like, "Nope, I don't play that because the game's dying." And I knew that would rile people up. Because if you think about it, like, there's gonna be, it's not dying, you know, this and that. And, like, the game's not dead. And I was like, I didn't say the game was dead. I said it's
Well,
dying.
So I posted
Dying and dead are two different things.
because on
Yeah.
the weekends, I only post one video because it's kind of harder to make videos on the weekend. Which all it means is that I should be making more during the week, but I'm still getting into the groove of things. So I said Black Ops 2 is the best campaign at Call of Duty, and it got people talking. It definitely did.
How many views did it get?
Mhm.
Because I could duet it and argue that Modern Warfare 2 is.
So far 10.3.
Okay, I could duet it and I'd be like, oh hell no, like Modern
Well, 'cause
Warfare
I'm
2 is like
You're
a
not my brother
masterpiece.
anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
you're not.
saying
You're not my brother
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm saying Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops. Some said, what about Fortnite?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean? It's BO1. It's the most interesting campaign, and it stands out from the others. Okay, how?
What do you mean how? Like
They
how did
gotta-
it stand out?
How did it stand out? That's
The
what I'm asking,
numbers,
yeah.
Mason.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's a good point. That's a good point because that's a good meme. Black Ops 2, there weren't very many memes that came from it besides zombies. So I think that's a good point.
Dude, I don't know, man. Have you played Days Gone, Genie?
No, I don't.
It got like a 7.75 out of 10 or something like that. So it's decent, but it's not like Last of Us style of a masterpiece. But I'm still gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's $50.
It's worth trying. It's worth trying, but I'm just not gonna.
I just need something else to do.
Yeah, I know. You didn't try Detroit, or you
I
still waiting
looked,
on that?
man. I feel like my stream would like suffer if I did.
Wait,
There's just no
okay.
viewership.
what,
Detroit Become Human? Like my numbers aren't big enough to where like, you know, half of it is still like a decent audience. Like I would definitely see a huge drop in the chat and everything if I started playing
Sure.
Detroit.
So when I was playing Skyrim, I actually got a pretty decent viewership for that, and not everyone's into Skyrim. So.
Well, the thing is though, is like for Skyrim, you're at that size where like it is like a decent game to stream for your size, because like you're not gonna get like an insane amount of people watching that. You know what I mean? But like you might get a little boost because the average amount of people that watch that could actually help you at your size.
Which
For me, if I went and played Skyrim, I would probably end up with like 100 and something viewers.
dude,
You know?
Skyrim though, oh my bro, some of the crap that happens with the game. Some old lady, I was like, "Hey, should I kill her?" And everyone in the chat's like, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." And
Yeah.
I started hitting her,
Bunch of
and I guess she was
savages.
like, "Dude, I guess she was like a witch or something," because she just like started spawning crap out of nowhere. And my companion just pulls out a knife and like shakes her in the chest, bro.
Oh my god.
It's insane.
Dude.
So I think it's a good game for clips,
yeah.
but it's a lot of fun, man. I enjoy it.
Yeah, no, Skyrim's a
I
fantastic
think you're
game.
right to when you said, because you said Days Gone is just not coming out on PC, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're gonna play a game that's already been out like that, then like it's good to do it like when it
Have it
first
new,
comes
yeah.
to PC, you know.
I think you're right to do that, and then test like the waters and see how if they like that or not. I don't know how good that is, but I do know like Detroit, from what I've seen, is like pretty. Everyone kind of knows about it. It's like, oh, it's that one choice based game. if you were to play like Heavy Rain or like Beyond Two Souls, like that's for me, I'd be like, oh, nobody really knows what the hell that is. But it's a tough bargain to make because you're right. If you know you're gonna lose a lot of viewership, that's money lost too, especially when it's a full-time job. So it's like,
Yeah.
and it's kind of tough to repurpose content for TikTok for Detroit, I'd say, because it's like you'd want to highlight the moments where your chat makes you do something stupid and ridiculous, right? Where like extraordinarily evil. But then it's like, how do you properly like and timely for TikTok, show that? I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Days Gone, and we'll know right away whether it's like worth streaming or not after like the first day.
Or the shot, yeah.
That's why, like, I understand you. So, and I keep bringing it up, but because I really do enjoy playing it. GTA RP. That's a great one because there's always crap going on, and you get these goofy characters that come in sometimes, dude. But some people on there are just rude.
Yeah, but I feel like GTRP, there's this kind of like universal consensus that if you're not playing on a big server like No Pixel or what's Aiden Ross's server that everybody says to play?
Isn't it like,
I don't know. But anyways, if you're not playing on one of those servers, people just don't seem to be as interested.
Well, I get like comments about like me playing it and stuff like that. But I saw a video of XQC like beating up a cop yesterday, and that I was like, that's what we need to do. We need to do stuff that's just like just goofy, like not. I think role playing, but like to an extent
You need to
where
beat up
like,
cops and then continue making meth.
Well, dude, because like I haven't been in like a police chase in a long time, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like, that's fun because if you do get caught and you pull out a gun and you start gunning down cops, bro, like that gets people like riled up in the chat because they're like, oh my god, is he gonna escape?
Yeah.
There's that one time I was getting chased by that dude that I think we like, it was that dude whose car we blew up.
Yeah.
That guy chased me while we were making meth, and I was freaking out. I was like, I'm going to Pillbox because I didn't want to get shot. So chases are fun, but it's a lot of just like getting in situations that are like tense. People seem to like.
What do you think about like playing games that are mods? Like if you were to do another Resident Evil run, what if you were to do it with like mods? Like I've seen a lot of like trends where it's like mods for Lady Demetrius, whatever the hell.
Yeah, I know.
Like it might turn out to be a you know how the Roast Franklin meme. I've seen like a couple on YouTube where it's like Thomas the Train drinks Ethan's blood. Or like, you replace her with like something. Kermit the Frog drinks Ethan's blood. That'd be so funny.
Yeah, but, I don't know how to do that stuff.
The thing is that
I know. That's the problem.
I know a big one is Skyrim. There's a lot of mods for that game. Like, of course, that's what the game's known for. And so like they'll have some where they replace the dragons with Thomas the Tank Engine, or like I know, dude, there was one for Fallout 4 where it replaced the mini nuke with Jimmy Neutron on a rocket. So every time you shoot, you gotta blast. Just like blast.
Dude, people do cool. some really funny stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen GTA like there's like a purge mod or something like that where like it's the purge, like everybody's just killing each other.
Oh,
all the civilians start killing each other.
Dude, we need to do Warzone customs, but like Michael Myers. But we need to make sure we have people that are really gonna play by the rules.
That's the problem.
That would be fun, dude.
And then my other issue is my friends list. Like my friends are so broken.
It would be a matter of like you could get, a big portion would definitely have to be like mods and stuff like that.
Cars and Fists Only was a lot of fun for a while.
Michael Myers was definitely fun.
Dude, I really want to do a machinima style, like red versus blue style thing for Warzone and like do it in customs. I've been like sitting on that idea for a while and I had like a story like involved in everything, but I was like, it's just so much time. And then you have to do so many custom games and like have so many people.
And there's always one dude who ruins it.
Yeah. And you have to like go on the side and it's only mini royale. Oh no, it's not mini royale if you have like enough people, but like there's just like so much.
You have a time limit. Yeah.
Yeah. But like if we had the people and we had like the time, I mean, we're gonna have the time. Like, I'd be seriously down to throw a lot of time into that and like make something incredible.
Wait, but
Uh,
wasn't Red versus Blue? There's a lot of like voice acting in that, right? In a
That's what I
way.
mean. Like, it would be a really interesting, innovative thing for like TikTok, especially if we were to like try to bring that style back for Warzone.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I don't know. You'd have to make it like very concise. Well, if it's for TikTok, it only needs to be at the most like a minute.
Oh, well, ideally it would be like you put like highlights for the episodes on TikTok and then like the big
Put it on
full
YouTube.
episodes on YouTube, like 10-minute episodes kind of thing.
Big brain.
And that's what I was thinking. I don't know. I might act on that, might not. I don't know.
Well, because the thing is, so Warzone would definitely
fun.
be interesting. GTA
Yeah.
would be easiest, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
for sure.
mainly just finding out what game could you do it in that would make it interesting, but also like easy to actually produce. Because
Yeah.
dude, they do it in Fortnite, which
They do
I'm
that in
not saying
Fortnite? Oh,
they do it
wow.
in Fortnite, yeah. But it's like, now is it good? No, because it's meant for little kids. But
Yeah.
of course, that's Fortnite's demographics. So like, what do you expect, right?
Mhm.
GTA, I think, is a little bit.
Dude, I've
on
ever
that
seen
side,
all
too.
of the like the Halo videos. Like,
Mhm.
because people could make their own maps, you know. And there's one where it was like a drive-through,
Yeah.
and the guy pulls up, and he's just like,
Oh, the drive-through ones,
Yeah.
dude. Those are classic. Oh man. Oh.
yeah.
It's pretty fun.
But yeah,
I don't know.
guess we can go ahead and end the episode.
Yeah.
All
Go
right.
for a while.
Dude, get on freaking Minecraft, dude.
Maybe.
I'll add mods.
Okay, but like we can't. People are gonna want to join the server, and you get to a certain point, and it just lags out.
No, dude. I made it invite only, dude.
Okay, that works.
So
Well,
it's
But what are we
me-
gonna do?
Bro, I can legit add a mod where you can build nuclear reactors.
But then what do you do with the nuclear reactors? Like, what is the point?
Dude, you could have like a Cold War and start shooting missiles at each other and stuff like that. He's like,
I
"I'll
don't know,
think
man.
about it." Dude, you can do stuff with mods. It's just you have to figure out what you want to do. So if
Yeah.
you're like, dude, it'd be cool if we did this, then I could do that.
Yes, yeah. We'll see.
Okay.
People do
If we
ask
need
me
to
to play
start a whole new
Minecraft.
one, bro.
Like,
Yeah.
Danny Minecraft stream, and I'm just like, no.
Dude, well, because the server that we have is legit called the Dorito SMP.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah, so
we'll see. We'll see.
Apex
Plus-
Arena,
oh,
though.
and I
Oh.
added proximity chat so you can actually talk to each other in game instead of having to do it in Discord.
Genie, when they sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. What?
No,
About
that's
the
how it was done.
when they make a ranked mode, I wanna get sweaty, dude. I think I wanna try and
too.
get.
Oh yeah.
I wanna make.
yeah.
I wanna make it up there in rank.
Well, you guys gonna play after this or what?
I wanna get invited to EA's fucking little thingalings, whatever they're having in those big
Yeah.
convention centers, and I want to talk match shit. I'm not gonna do that, but like
Well, I know. I will legit like start hitting the aim lab for that game.
Yeah.
I'm down to play after this if you guys want.
Yeah, I'll play a couple matches.
Yeah, let's do it. What I really think is so cool, I was watching this Stone Mountain 64 like highlight video of when he got invited to play Battlefield 1 and like when he met Snoop Dogg and stuff like that. Have you seen that?
I think I've seen bits of it.
Yeah, he made like this little vlog and it was like the moment where he knew like he had really made it, I guess, and like really like felt successful. Cause like, that's how he got his
What's he
his
at?
follower thing, or what's he at on followers, or
YouTube.
I think he's like 2.3 or 2.2 or something like that.
2.28 million.
Yeah.
And he's been doing it since 2011. See, that the thing that's funny is like, because people
That's insane.
like, you got to look at the bigger picture, because it's like, for me, this month is down, like stat wise and stuff. But to me, it's like overall, you know what I mean? Like, you go look at like the graph, and it's like the stock market, dude. It's just ebbs and flows.
Mm.
And so I know if I just stay consistent, keep improving, people realize
New
like,
games
oh, this
bring
guy.
new waves too.
Not only that, but like people
Yes.
see like god damn, we need some new games. But people will see, because I'm starting to see other content creators like quit or just stop making stuff or talk about quitting. Every time a drop like this happens, and like I said, I
Yeah.
feel like I have a feeling that right now, because like Lucci, I looked and like I rated him the other day, and I was like, damn, like I had like double the viewers he did or something. I just think right now that things are down because like I said, everybody the end of the school year, everybody's kind of like trying to like focus on like finals, stuff like that, or you know,
I mean, like it's
everything's
a
kind of
weird
going back to
conversation
normal
have.
again. You know, it's a
Yeah,
lot
and
of
like
things
things are
happening at once.
changing. It's like, well, it's like, what if the audience that we made, the style that we kind of got so used to over this last year is not the forever style? Like, what if it was just like a blip in time? But that
Yeah.
doesn't mean we should stop. We just got to
No,
innovate.
because what I was gonna say is like you have a solid foundation either way, and so like you just need to focus on that foundation and keep improving, keeping those people there. And you know, the thing with me, and like I've talked to this with my editor, is my editor tries to make videos so that like it doesn't matter when they watch it, like because people make those meme ones where like, you know, there's like sounds and stuff like that, but those get dated really quick, you know. And so it's like the whole idea is you want somebody to stumble upon your YouTube and then they just watch everything because everything is just so unique and like it's rewatchable, you know, like it's not dated because of like, you know, somebody's not gonna come in and it's just like she like every 5 seconds and it's like, oh, that old meme, you know. So that's kind of what we go for.
The only thing that I've noticed about your videos is that they feel short.
Well, the thing is like I'm not that great of a game player, so like sometimes the, you know, and I do want to start doing like intros for them. I'm like, yo, I tried this, you know, like Nick Merck style, but
but the thing is, so like even with like what do you call it? Oh, you know what? Like a good one would be, what's his name? Is it FaZe Jev, the one that streams all the time?
I think so. Yeah.
I like his videos because with that, like he talks. It's more of like commentary videos. So like sometimes those would be nice, where you're just kind of a little bit more laid back and you're not talking to a chat. That way, there's something unique for you for people to go on YouTube for. You know what I mean?
No. So my editor has talked about doing where like he sends me like a video and I just react to it, or like, you know, like something. There's that too, but
I don't know, because like even I think the issue with YouTube is that a lot of it, like people have no reason to go onto YouTube unless they want to either see the podcasts or B your G Shield videos. When it comes to like your clips and stuff like that, they're fun to watch. Okay, but it's not different from your stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I think like I don't know. It wouldn't be something you have to do every freaking
day.
Dude,
those reaction videos that I've done though, like the Life of Luxury ones and stuff like that, those are doing really well. So like I said, I think I need to do more reaction stuff. People say I make it funnier than it is.
That and but I think definitely,
dude, me reacting to that her son won't stop growing, the one I showed you. It's at 35K.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the second one I did, which is like, so the first one that I just mentioned, that has like 22 million views on YouTube. So a lot of people have seen it. The second one that I reacted to, that one has like 7 million. That one's at 22K. So, and then like I just did the Elmo one, and that's at 4K in 10 hours.
That's really good. Holy shit.
I think I need to do more reaction stuff.
No, dude, Genie, you know what I realized? I didn't know that you do a lot of the like Walt Jr. videos.
Yeah.
Bro, now Walt Jr. Roast Franklin has 500,000 views, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that one got a ton of views. Bro.
So my best video is still the proposal one.
Yeah.
Where I proposed. That's really when my channel started to like grow.
Yeah. You must be getting recommended.
118K. Yeah, no, my me reacting to that
like
first
alongside those videos, which is really good.
Yesterday, I swear to God, it was at like 22K. So I think that one popped off today.
That's really awesome.
So a lot of stuff I don't see it like how well it's gonna do until like after the first day or two.
The Walt Jr. Roast Frank, he's all, I can't say that.
Yeah, I can't say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
can
know,
I was
see
I'm
gonna
that.
have
sorry,
him say it.
I was like,
Oh,
that's so good.
You're-
a
you
funny
bro.
story about that. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, I knew for a fact we had to do Walt Jr. Rose Franklin because I was like, I know that's gonna be the best one ever done.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, how do we deal with this N word? What is he gonna say it? Is he not gonna say it? And I was like, oh, it's genius. I've got it. No, I can't say that.
Yeah, he's like,
My friend.
yeah, he's like, yeah, I can't say that.
I told my friend to do it, and he's like, "That's so stupid. I should just say it." I'm like, "No. Don't say it. It'll wreck the internet. Believe me." And then,
It popped off,
thank
yeah.
God it did.
Yeah. I
Dude,
can't
but yeah,
see it.
that's crazy that one's at. Yeah, I really do think I should react more to videos.
It's really wild. But yeah, dude, if that's working for you, that's a really good
I just
model
never,
to,
I
like,
never thought that
consistently
that's what
have.
people would come to me for, you know? Because like the gameplay videos, they used to do really decent, and then now it feels like they don't do as well. Like it really depends on what, like the Apex one did not do well at
So-
all.
Oh, really?
When
Yeah.
you say they did decent a while ago, like what? How long ago are you talking? Like
Like I have, let me see. Scroll down to like the first ones. So Danny plays GTRP for the first time, 14K views. I stole a police car, got 5.6. I got a job as a news reporter, got 6.8.
Danny goes to prison, 6.7.
Yeah, Danny tries playing GeoGuessr, 5K. I wanted to do one where it's, well, I did the drug dealer one, but I wanted to do one where like the meth lab exploded. Yeah, because the Danny starts selling the blue stuff. You said you liked that thumbnail. That it's so badly like Photoshop, dude. I did that on purpose.
I got a character. I like it. It was funny.
learning how to. I look up like bean mugging. Yeah. That one got 6.6, but like this Apex one did not do well at all.
Yeah, I think it's because Apex has a smaller community though.
It's growing though. I'm telling you, when they add that ranked mode, I think it might become a competitive scene.
Well, I was enjoying it. I like I said, I was getting. I think
It's so
was
fast
it
paced.
yesterday? Dude, I actually got like quite a few matches where I did pretty good.
It's interesting because the thing that I think they have really going for it, and I think people don't pay enough attention to it, and I've mentioned it a lot, is that the whole circle thing, man. Like it causes
Yes,
it
dude.
starts out and you have like these long range battles, but you're forced to like, you know,
Yeah.
if you don't pick them off in that long range battle, you're like, you have to be ready to like fight like close
Yeah.
quarters.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, so I think games like CS:GO and Valorant, they're kind of known for having like that smaller sniping community where like, you know, they'll try and do like quick scopes and stuff like that because usually you're gonna get the best damage with a sniper. And I think a lot of times, sometimes they'll just do it from long range and they'll just pick people off because it's easier, right? But if those kinds of games had that same sort of bubble thing, right? It'd be a completely different meta. Because
Yeah.
you'd have to have two different guns for each like kind of environment, and usually you'd end up going to the second gun anyways. You wouldn't even be using that sniper the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which also that's a good strategy as well, because there's times where I've been in a match and like there's been some dude who's just sniping one round and then like we all get just destroyed, and the next round we're like, okay, if he starts sniping, we're gonna like try and flank him, so we'll stay like indoors, and then when the bubble gets smaller, then we start going out and getting closer to him. That way we can kill him without
So-
getting picked off.
As far as my YouTube, like March, I got 162,000 views. Okay, on my channel. April, I got 210,000, and then May, we're halfway through May, and I got 177,000.
Nice.
So
Nice, dude.
definitely
That's
like
really good.
the channel's definitely
Nice.
growing. There's an audience there. It's just they don't like everything. You know what I mean? Like I'm definitely testing
Sure.
the waters. I have to start focusing on
Yeah.
like certain content because my content's all over the place, man.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
Dude.
the podcast highlights, like I'm gonna have to tell my editor because my editor finds them. I'll be like, dude, podcast highlights are not worth posting unless they're really good. You know, like it has to be something because like anything crypto related bombs just does not
Dude,
do well.
I have a question. Have you ever thought about having like gameplay in the background for like like your G Seal videos.
In the background,
Yeah, like you're commentating over it, and then like
that's a really old style, and I don't think so. I
Mm.
think that style is kind of like, if you're not already doing it, it's not gonna work.
interesting.
Because like you go back and watch, usually the only people who still pull off that style are the people who are like talking about the game.
Although you know what, that's a good point because even like Pyrocynical, who was like he was like the original Leafy clone. Um, he switched over to like actually talking, but he does a lot of jump cuts where he goes from him talking to like either a clip or like a picture or whatever. So it constantly keeps people's attention. I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. Which
Dude,
I know, like you mentioned, you don't like having all the memes and stuff like that, but occasionally like it's necessary so long as it's not like a meme that's definitely going to be dated.
So
You know what I mean?
what I will say is that the meme content definitely draws in a younger audience, and that's definitely not what I'm trying to do.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, these reaction videos, like people comment on a lot of it. Like somebody's like, "Oh yeah, dude, that guy's acting is great," like being sarcastic. Somebody even did a timestamp. It said when somebody receives tea from something something, like just like I don't know, man. There's something about him. Yeah, and I mean,
That's
like
really
the thing is though, is like I react to those on stream, so if enough people like start coming for that, they're gonna want to go to my streams to see me do it. Because people ask like, when are we gonna watch YouTube? So
Oh,
we'll see.
funny.
That's definitely not a bad thing right now when there's like no freaking new games to play.
I wanted Deathloop to come out so bad. Dude.
I gotta find some ridiculous videos to react to. They're like super popular. Because I mean, the first time I reacted to how chicken McNuggets are made, and that popped off. Like that one, I think.
Oh, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
It was a while ago, dude.
You ever watched Primitive Technology?
What's that?
It's this
No.
dude. It's this dude in a freaking forest, and he shows how
11K views a month ago.
like cavemen would like build houses and stuff like that. So he like gathers wood and he'll make like a furnace or he'll make like a house. But you see the whole process and stuff like that, and you turn on captions and it shows like it's him like talking about the process. So there's literally it's just the audio of nature and him just like cutting down trees and stuff like that, or like using his own body weight to like tear down like a weak tree or something like that. Like it's insane the stuff he
Yeah.
does.
You know what?
And it's like satisfying, dude.
I
It's
think
so cool.
I think a big thing is I've gotten a little better at making thumbnails. But thumbnails are hard to make, dude.
Yeah. That's the part I always dread. I'm just like, fuck.
I know, it's like, all right, the video's done. It's like, and now I gotta make a thumbnail. It's like,
Yeah, and then a lot of the times it's like the thumbnail like makes or breaks the success of the video, and it's like
Dude,
just like this stress where it's
yeah.
like I know I have this great thing, and it's like, fuck.
What, dude? What are we even gonna name this one, bro?
Movies and wearing masks, or I don't know.
We've already done
But
it.
we should definitely. That's true. We should definitely end the podcast though. We're still going.
Oh, fuck. My bad. Yeah, let's go. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Later,
sorry.
guys.
I
Body
know.
horror. Yeah,
Yeah. What is
that was
it?
fun.
What
Movies and body horror?
movies and body? I feel like body horror is kind of movies.
What about movies and
Streaming services? We were talking about it a little bit.
We were all over the place with that.
yeah.
All right, we'll talk about it after we end this. All right, guys.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it
Later.
for this. So we'll see you next week.
Later.
Peace.